This podcast is brought to you by the following
Why don't you go like
sponsors.
this and have lightning come from your hands? Yeah.
I'll just do this.
Effects.
Finishers MMA is located at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA, Lehigh Valley's home for 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. The amount of people that they have over there instructing is insane. They have J.M. Holland, John Thor Blanks opening up 10th Planet Allentown, Zach Meslaney, Grace Gundrum. It is elite teaching over there. They teach self-defense, no-gi jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing. They have a kids martial arts program that is building and growing, and Grace is teaching every single kids class. Get over there. They are the biggest killers in the game. That's 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. Do you have anything to interject?
You didn't let me talk. I don't know.
No, I would like trying to get quicker on that. But they have multiple schools, and it's www.finishersmma.com. That has their schedule on there, and it has when they rotate everything. And they have evening classes because if you work and you can't get there, they even have, I think, an 8 o'clock class on Wednesday.
The thing I like the best is that they treat people with respect. It's not like one of those weird places you go and they talk down to you and, you know, like I'm a big bad sensei kind of crap.
No, not at all.
They're super cool guys. Everybody that goes there is nice. Everybody's friendly. It's just a wonderful place to go and learn jiu-jitsu. Wonderful place to go learn choke people.
Yeah.
Just go choke some people.
Every time I've been over there, and I get a little intimidated sometimes going into classes like that, even like going to the gym or like the Y, I get a little uncomfortable, and they make you feel at home there. Super professional. The guys have been doing it for a while. Zach, JM, and Thor all have their black belts. So
and they have crazy top-notch equipment. Everything is awesome. It's not some...
Yep. Every now and then they do
awesome. It's an awesome place.
Seminars and stuff there too. So check it out. It's finishersmma.com, and they are located at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. Their social media is everywhere, so you can go find them. And thank you guys for being a sponsor. Taylor Edge Wood Company. Drew Hoagland. They make handmade and local crafting and bringing you gorgeous custom wood design. If you're looking for a custom table, nightstand, countertop, and more, they can help you. Drew made this table and that desk. A lot of people always have asked us who did this, and it was Taylor Edge Wood Company. Their social media you can find is Taylor Edge Wood Co. on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram has a lot of the pictures and stuff. That's the best place to follow them. They just got the website up. It should be running by the time this airs, but that's tayloredgewoodco.com, and he's going to have cutting boards on there. Their T-shirts are really cool. I know they're doing fall shirts for that, and he's just a stand-up guy. He's done nothing but help the show since day one and has really ultimate crafting.
Yeah, if you're looking to get something different for your home and you don't want to have the same boring home with the same boring box store, stupid tables that are particle board that are wrapped in crappy vinyl stuff, check him out. He'll come and give you an estimate, let you pick out whatever you want. He's a crazy nut for black walnut, and he loves the stuff, the smell
He's
of it.
Obsessed with
crazy.
it.
It's a little awkward, but he's very very talented. And like I said, if you want something custom and nothing says that you're cool, then I have a damn custom table and you don't.
Yeah, and you get professional quotes, and he's also got that he's going to be having that on the website where you'll be able to get quotes off of there. So if you're looking for top-notch,
locally sourced,
everything's out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, support local people.
Yeah, so hit them up. You can hit up tayloredgewoodco@gmail.com for any inquiries on what you need. Instagram's a good way to get a hold of him, and he runs it with his wife, so they're super local to us, and they helped us out since the beginning. So please go check them out, and thank you for being a sponsor.
All right, our next sponsor is All Valley Rooter and Plumbing.
Jared LaBarba. I've been friends with Jared for almost my entire life, and he came down to the studio looking to sponsor, and we had a long conversation, and he wanted help building in the Nazareth area. He has a lot of work in the Lehigh Valley, but he specifically wanted to get into Nazareth, and we have a really big reach in Nazareth. It's not a big place, but we do have bigger reach than anyone else here.
We control the whole
We
town.
own Nazareth. But Jared went through his whole story and told me everything he's doing, and his plumbing is top notch. Yes. They do faucet repair, sub pump replacement, sink installation, pipe installation, leaks, toilet repair, and more. They have 24-hour service, 365 days a year. They charge by the job, not the hour. All services come with a 1-year warranty and guarantee. He's going to be our plumber from now on if we have any problems with the sink and whatnot. Yeah. Having plumbing issues is probably one of the biggest headaches ever.
It's one of those things that if something goes bad with your plumbing, it's really bad. There is no minor plumbing issue. And it's good to have someone that's local that you can call, that you know, and say, hey, I really need your help, as opposed to some guy that he's going to spend, he's going to take 3 hours to get there and he's going to show up. He's going to overcharge you. It's just not worth it. Go with a local guy, super professional. He can do everything you really want. He lists a bunch of stuff there, but I'm pretty sure he can do pretty much everything involving plumbing. So I'm just going to call him for everything. So. Whatever.
Yeah, and you have 2 properties that you can use them for now, too, because you didn't have a good experience.
No, they were horrible.
I wish you would say who it was.
I really hate that.
His website is allvalleyrouter.net, and that is the place where you're going to find all of the information you need to get a hold of Jared if you have any plumbing issues, or if you're just trying to get quotes for stuff. But they are 365 days a year. They are open 24 hours, and we want to thank him for being one of our first sponsors on the show. It means a lot, and all you Nazareth peeps or anybody in the Lehigh Valley who wants a trusted, reliable, professional plumber, please contact Jared.
And our next sponsor is Rips Auto Detail. I love this guy. Go ahead.
One of my favorite guests on the show.
Cool. He's a really nice guy. He's a very good DJ also, by the way.
Yes, and he's super professional at his job. He's got over 15 years of experience. He is located at 630 North Nelson Street in Allentown, PA. He does paint correction, ceramic coating, interior, and pro auto detail. If you follow him on Rips Auto Detail on Instagram, it's insane what this guy actually does with a car.
I am recommending that you go to Popeyes, which is right up the street, and you put fingerprints all over your vehicle, and then you go there, and he will make it perfect again.
Yeah, he's got 15 years of experience. He's got a package for everyone. What he stressed on the show is that he doesn't just do super high-end vehicles. Yep. He can do anything from, if you just have a daily driver and you just like having a clean car, you can get that done, all the way up to getting a boat done.
Yeah, well, it's worth it because I had my SUV detailed last year, actually, just because, especially when you live around here with the salt and everything else, if you get a really good detail on it, it actually will keep your car looking better than dealing with all the salt, because you keep going for car washes and stuff. That's not good. So if you get a really good detail on it, it actually will help all that stuff. So it basically winterizes your thing. And plus, when it gets nice out, you just go there and get it, just touched up a little bit, get it, refreshed, and you have a car that doesn't look like you're a slob.
You can contact him directly on Instagram, and that's at Rips Auto Detail, or you can call him at 484-553-1366. If you really want to know what this guy does, check out our past podcast with him. It's got a boatload of information. I didn't know, I knew he was good at what he was doing, and he opened his own business and all that, but to hear the story of how he got to where he's at and the 15 years experience, he's a super pro. He's a really great guy. Just go check out his stuff at Rips Auto Detail on Instagram, Facebook, and his website is coming soon. So go check him out, and he's one of our first sponsors as well. And we couldn't do the show without all these people, so I want to thank everyone. And shout out to Rips Auto Detail, and give him a follow.
And he gives you a free bucket of chicken.
No, he does not.
He's from Popeyes, says he does. Put that in there.
He didn't even like Popeyes.
Rips, you need to give out free chicken. Thank you.
Check out what he's doing on social media, and we won't use that part. And then we'll end it with, this is a professional Class A operation. Check out the podcast we did with him.
Our next sponsor is Luke Delmeyer Custom Knives. If you've ever wanted a custom knife, say a chef knife, say a camp knife, say any kind of cool custom knives, I'm sure any of you guys have watched Forge and Fire or whatever, this guy actually does that. He makes wonderful, crazy knives. He's leaps and bounds above anybody you're going to have around here. He's a good dude. You can contact him and give him basic parameters of what you want to make for our custom knives. He does sell his own knives on his website.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different knives on the website and his Instagram as well.
Instagram, he puts it up a little bit, and he'll say, hey, man, I'm selling this. His website's lukedelmeyer.com. Yeah, I mean, he lists a bunch of stuff. Like I said, you can ask for the custom stuff. He's starting a new line, which you can talk about, of the chef knives.
Yeah, the chef knife that he brought over to the studio was incredible because he showed me the demo one that they started with that he made out of a leaf spring, which is insane. But then what he handed off to me, I immediately just wanted to start prepping and cutting onions.
You were trying to.
I was excited to cook, and that's what a chef knife should do. And if
you
you're
just kept telling him you wanted to use it to cut something.
I did, and if you're looking for a chef knife or any sort of custom knives that you would like in your life for whatever reason, this guy, the amount of work that he's putting behind it, the craftsmanship that's behind his actual craft with blacksmithing, the dude's extremely talented, extremely humble, and please go check out his social media, and it's Luke Delmeyer at Instagram. That's where you're going to get a lot of his knives. He's testing the knives.
But you forgot the coolest part.
What's that?
You want to make your own knife?
Yeah.
He's got classes.
Yeah. That's right.
He has his own classes. You can go there, look like an idiot, because that's what I'll probably look like when I do mine. But you can go there, and he offers classes and teaches you how to make a knife. And I think that's awesome because there is no one and nowhere in this area that does that.
No. And if you're looking for a custom knife of any range, whether it's something that you're just looking for hiking, or if you're looking for a chef knife, or you're just looking to collect something as a hobby, go check out his social media, check out his webpage, get in touch with him, and see which knife is right for you. And that's lukedelmeyer.com. And thank you for being a sponsor. Never Again Radio, I believe this is 44. I did one earlier today, and I don't know what it was.
I wish there was a bug that you were.
I always like...
Did I?
I'm so fucking tense.
That bug last time.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a highlight.
That definitely made the clip reel for sure. It was like...
Here's to Off the Rails. We've been trying to do this... Stay the fuck away from me. Is this the correct distance?
See,
to
that's
cheers
more than 6 feet.
know.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that was.
We already touched that. I touched it.
We touched the lips.
Or was that like kissing?
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for coming down. We wanted to do this, I believe, the week that everything got shut down. It was that Friday.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Monday. And then...
Shout out Governor Tom Wolf.
Yeah. So
we're already there?
No,
Come on,
no, let's keep it light.
I'm just going to leave it. I'll just leave it there.
I was going to make you guys food, and you brought in a party pack from Yoccos.
Yoccos Hotdogs. The Hot Dog King, I believe is what they call it. And I think there's a reason for that. Gentlemen, would you care to dispute that fact?
That was a damn good hot dog.
Actually,
4 damn good hot dogs as fuck. Yeah, that was really good. No, I mean, I haven't had a Yoccos dog in years. It's been honest to years. And from what Nate says recently, they weren't performing up to maybe the known standard in the valley.
Give us your theory.
Yeah.
You had a very detailed theory on what Yoccos was doing behind your back.
For those of you that have poor taste in hot dogs, and you eat anything but Yoccos, Yoccos recently has potentially slipped down the hole. And I say that because I love Yoccos hot dogs. And I'm almost positive, if I had to guess, because I've tested this theory a couple times, that I would say over the past month or so, right, that they have, in fact, bamboozled us. They've bamboozled the public, and they've switched the hot dogs. I don't know what they're using.
Swindlers.
And I think they went for, I don't know.
Jackrabbits.
Yeah. You know what it is?
It's a term.
I bet
It's a term.
they started accepting debit cards, and they were unhappy that they were being charged a 3% fee because they were always cash only. And now they're like, oh, we got to make our money back somehow, so we're going to go with cheaper hot dogs.
What do you think of the cash only?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a cash guy. So when the one on Catasauqua Road brought the debit card in. I was like, oh.
Are they doing cash only now? I mean, are they not doing cash only?
No. So Airport Road, the Castle Road one, you can do the debit. They got the debit card thing.
Oh, so they have both.
I don't like to use my debit card anywhere.
Well,
I'm just. I mean, I,
You're one of those guys.
I don't know if I'm like a conspiracy
Yeah, you are.
theorist. Maybe a little bit. I tend to not always take things for face value. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They say it's safe. Every year, every 6 months, we hear about, oh, fucking 18 million card numbers were leaked because of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, if you just don't use your card everywhere, I mean, it lessens the chance.
I guess if you got something to lose.
I don't
then
have
it
a whole
doesn't-
lot of
like,
money.
That's how I was like, if someone gets my
good
debit
fucking
card,
name.
yeah, if someone
I've
gets my
never
debit
been
card, it's like,
concerned.
ooh, good luck with $300, man.
I've never been concerned with my identity
Yeah.
being
They're
stolen.
going to Bye Bye Baby.
They end up
They're
doing-
spending $60 like on diapers because Lord knows they need them.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Someone would just steal my identity and end up doing better than me.
Took your name and fucking ran with it.
they took
guys do
$300
Yeah.
out and
You
they
actually-
put it in the stock market.
You have a better credit score on this
Thanks.
Michael Powerbuck.
Thank you.
So you think that because you talked in length about this, you think that they had a lesser hot dog?
Yes.
And that they were, or do you think they were just in the middle of changing it, or do you think the coronavirus had something to do with it, where
You
they
know
just
what?
bought cheap?
I'm not certain, but
Do you think maybe they used older dogs because people's fucking storage stuff?
it just
people were
feels
losing
like
food.
the only thing I could say is I noticed the circumference of the hot dog has changed.
Ooh,
And you find yourself to be an expert at gauging circumference.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes.
Is that where we're, now?
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
normal Yoccos hot dog that you're used to. Where does it fall?
The
If
walk-
if I told you I was a doctor,
the walk.
would you
of
believe me?
The walk to work was less of a hobble.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah. So, all right. Listen. Here's the story. I was working yesterday. We always go out of the way to go to Yoccos. So we go to Yoccos, right? We're doing an install, me and the other guy. And so we're just quiet. We're eating hot dogs in the van on the way home. And it's like super quiet.
As you do in the van.
As you always do.
Always.
And he looks at me and I look at him and he's like, man, I don't know what it is. He goes, but these are just, he's like, these things are hitting hard today. And I was like, dude, I was going to say the same exact thing. We both burnt the roof of our mouths because we were eating them so fast. But and that's when I discovered that
Fresh.
they have changed the recipe because a couple months ago, the hot dog was not the same.
When you say-
the dog or the chili?
The dog. It's the dog.
But when you say a couple months ago,
I mean, like
since
last
we've
month.
been in, that's
Yeah.
my question.
Yeah.
We've been in this
That's a great point.
this
Great point.
this situation we're
Right.
in now for how many weeks? 6,
5.
6.
Five or six. We have, yeah.
Everybody's been affected a little
Yeah.
bit differently by a week or so
Right.
here and there.
Yeah.
Is the difference that you're mentioning here, was that during this situation, so that there might have been a possible supply issue, so that they had
no.
to? Maybe they were forced to use it.
Now that we're talking about it,
Maybe
no,
they
because
went
it was
to Sammy's to
Ooh,
get their
see?
doggies.
No, it's been like that for a
I'm
little.
sure that there is an underworld of
Yeah. Hot dogs.
hot dog suppliers.
Hot dogs.
And that
Have you ever seen, what was the movie with Seth Rogen when he was a hot dog? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He wasn't a Yoccos.
was a full animation.
It wasn't a Yoccos hot dog, but
It was like real dirty.
yeah.
was that called?
yeah.
I'll give the goog.
Okay,
We've all
Google.
seen this movie. I
Yeah,
don't know why we can't come up with the name of it. It was in a supermarket. It had I'm the douche. What was that?
Can you give us a hint and then we'll?
Sausage party.
you
Okay.
go.
Well, there you go.
There's your
Turns out it had
goddamn
nothing. Turns out it had nothing to do with hot dogs whatsoever. It was sausage.
Well, I mean, they're sausages.
Yeah.
Do I think
That's
there's
true.
an underground
Cheap
world
American
that sells
sausages.
hot dogs to maybe in New York City?
Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich? Would you classify a hot dog as a sandwich?
Me personally, no.
No, it's a hot dog. It's its own thing. So
It's, well, if it was a sandwich, it would definitely be open faced. Would it be considered?
no, I don't think it's a
You
sandwich
like
at all.
to- Look,
Well, no, because
I got him thinking.
But
now.
what is
I-
that? But sometimes you get a faulty hot dog bun and the bitch splits open all the way.
And I'll
now it's two
tell you
pieces.
why I don't, because if you go to Scranton, there's a place that does Texas wieners, and they cut it. They're good enough that I would go on a road trip with the two of you.
Okay.
Just there to get hot dogs and drive home.
Could we bring Yoccos chili?
That's
No, because the chili
Strictly
that they
business.
use is ranked third in the nation.
By who?
Like
Them.
The U.S. they
Us.
What a panel! What a panel!
So they cut it down the middle and they put it on a flat top.
What do
and
they cut
cook
down
it
the
that
middle?
way?
The bun?
The whole hot dog split.
Full down the middle.
Walter's Hot Dogs does that as well. I follow a lot of hot dog stuff on
you go.
Instagram.
Big hot dog guy.
See, I came to this
love
conversation
'em.
thinking I knew a thing or two about hot dogs, but I have.
So what
I've
they
been
do
outdone.
is they almost have the hot dog bun is cut in half, so it's not your typical like sitting in there.
Okay,
It's
right. So
put
they're like
between like this, like a sandwich,
they like stack it.
but a hot
So-
dog.
But because they rip it apart, is it a sandwich?
But no, not at all, because it's technically still in the hot dog roll, so it's on a roll.
Yeah, but if they broke the roll in half.
I'm calling it not a sandwich because of what's in it. It's a hot dog. I think putting a hot dog, even a hot dog with a, because I was texting Keith, and sometimes I'll make midnight dogs as my new thing to do with the air fryer. And I'll text Keith and be like, yo, midnight dogs. And then he's like, dick. And then he'll make one.
Yeah.
And we just started making these like, just shitty hot dogs at midnight. So like
Yeah.
we were using bread and folding it over, and that's still not
classic,
a sandwich.
yeah.
Because I mean, growing up, it was like, you want a hot dog? My dad would be like, there's no rolls. I wouldn't have fucking said I wanted a hot
That
dog.
was when your parents used to say like, oh, my mom used to be like, hey, do you want a hamburger or a cheeseburger? I was like, yeah, absolutely. She's like, and then they're about to be done, and she's like, oh, we only have bread.
Yeah.
Well,
But now,
hey, you know what, Mom? Scratch that.
but now knowing
That
what
really
I do
made
about
all the difference to you guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
I would
it
like
had
to,
to
I would
be-
tell my parents we were
yeah.
poor.
At what age? At what age did you move past cutting the hot dogs up? At what age?
I never cut hot dogs up
so
like that.
So I
Never.
think if you use bread like regular sliced bread,
Yeah.
loaf bread, that becomes a sandwich.
Not folded. It's more like it's like a taco.
If you
then.
took a hot dog roll,
now if you slice hot dog down to bologna and
you-
make a bologna
I mean,
sandwich,
like
If
a
you
ring
slice
like a
the
ring
hot
bologna
dog up.
sandwich.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a sandwich.
So,
I'm just-
what's the difference if you take a hot dog roll and broke it in half and then put it on the thing and you're like, oh, no,
because it's a
still
hot dog.
It's a
still a
slider.
hot dog.
If you cut the hot dog roll.
Because if you make a hamburger,
No one cuts a hot dog
If you
roll in
make it-
half like that.
but if you
There isn't one person that does that.
if you have a hamburger with two pieces of bread,
well, then I'm unique.
it's not a
And that's
hamburger
great.
anymore. It turns into a fucking what's it called? Patty melt. So it's no longer a hamburger by putting it between bread.
It becomes a patty melt.
Yeah.
The metamorphosis.
And if you
has-
put lunch meat in a roll, it's a hoagie, not a sandwich.
That's a good point, actually.
I don't know why I'm getting mad. I'll eat a hot dog anyway.
He's getting a little worked up about it.
No, I love hot dogs. There's so many places I've driven hours
Tell
to
us,
get them.
What is
Ruts
the
Huts.
farthest that you've gone for a sandwich?
Now
We
we're
drove
getting to the meat of it.
3.5. Oh, farthest for a sandwich.
Well, it's a hot dog.
But it's Mike.
Well,
foodie.
driving
That's a hot dog.
for a sandwich.
Let's talk
is-
hot dogs.
All right. I think we drove. It took almost 2.5 hours.
You're like, yeah, we went 2.5 hours. We went to Sheetz and got a hot dog.
No, it was like deep into Jersey or some bullshit. It was called Ruts Huts, and I mean, we hit a lot of traffic, but that's the furthest I went for a hot dog.
Was
And
it? Do you think it was it worth it?
Yeah,
what was so awesome about it?
they deep fry them and then until they rip, and their hot dog's called a ripper. And then they have this very unique. There you go. Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer.
Lawyer up.
Then they have
Fellas liked his name.
they have a very specific style of relish I'd never had anywhere else. There's like a little bit of carrot, a little bit of celery, a little pickle, onion, and it's really finely fucking minced. And that goes over top of it with, I believe, mustard. But they're cheap. And then there's two sections of it. There's one section where you could go and you're just there to pick up hot dogs. The other section is just a dive bar where you would be sitting next to an old Navy gentleman or like just some drunk guy on rock and ride.
Drinking,
And then you can sit
quarter
there.
High Life out of his mug, like
Yes.
his own mug.
High Life is definitely on tap and a neon on the wall. Then there's a little hole.
yeah.
It's that kind of.
And they say, what do you want? I want 2 rippers. And then they yell through the hole, 2 rippers. Then they bring your hot dogs, and then you can eat the hot dogs at the fucking bar, having like a cold glass of Miller High Life.
like a frosted glass of High Life. Just
That's like the evolution of what Richards
Yeah.
should become.
Nice.
Like I love bars like that. Like I miss like I'll go to a fucking meth biker bar just for the ambiance of like, you know, there's a palm tree in the fucking corner.
Just for the meth.
They're running some ridiculous event coming up that no one's going to go to,
like
but like the new bartender has hope for the bar.
Like a bike, like a bike bingo.
Yeah.
Like a Harley
contest.
saddlebag giveaway.
Or like the places that have like, they're like,
genuine leather.
we have a moose head canoe.
This is for a 99 diner. So,
Strictly. That's all it fits. Don't ask where it came from.
Like,
Donated by a local party.
dude, there's killer spots.
Donated by Rod's Bike Shop.
I love going over to the Pennsylvania Roadhouse,
Yeah.
right over here on what the fuck's that road over there? That used to be pretty fucking seedy back in the day. My dad used to tell me some crazy stories about fights and shit. And then I tried to get them to sponsor a softball team. I stop in there when I can, but my buddy Fessler went and had wings there, and he's like, "I'm not kidding you. I'm fucking around. It's the best fucking wings in the Lehigh Valley." And I'm like, I'll try it.
Big
So I
wing
went-
guy,
Phillips.
big wing guy, yeah.
It was. We went over there and they bake them, and they bake them, then they deep fry them, then they fucking sauce them, or whatever they do
Yeah.
is what other people aren't, and it's having that wing where you're like, if this would be this way, and they fucking hit it home. And then
Yeah.
all of their sauces are made from scratch, and it's just this fucking biker dive bar, and it's one of my, and when I got the
Sounds
food there, I was like, dude, and I tell everybody, I'm like, people won't go in there.
Sure.
But if you do, the fucking
great
wings are
food.
ridiculous.
Right.
But I love bars like that. And then they're like, in the summer, they're like, we built a bar in the parking lot and we're filling it with sand.
Yeah.
Somebody's showing their tits.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
You got to go to those bars.
That sounds awesome. I'm a big wing guy too.
Where do you go?
So I have another, whatever, it doesn't matter. But my favorite right now, currently, is Southside 313 in Bethlehem.
I've never had it.
We used
And
to
a
be
lot
loopers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would never go there for wings. It's a stupid setup. Like you walk in and they have like these flaps, like you go into like a freezer, like in a frozen food section.
Yeah.
Like
an 80s kung fu movie.
They do it in like the winter to like
the
keep
bar?
that's like their like
I've
double.
been there before. I don't remember these flaps.
Yeah, well, it's new. So they put
Keeping the COVID out, bro.
So they have these like
They got the same thing at the post office now.
right.
It's a shower
So
curtain.
they have these way heavier.
Still have to part it to reach through and touch
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Way heavier than shower curtain. But like they have these like stupid flaps thing, you walk through and it's like one of those like very like narrow bars, a couple seats, and then they got like these awkward booths that really aren't comfortable. But their food is like
No, this just became a Yelp review really quickly.
Yeah.
They really aren't comfortable. Honestly, I thought the music was just a little bit too loud. And,
I was enjoying it. I was there.
the
I was hanging out.
voice was
in
reverberating.
his head, he was like imagining walking through the flaps.
So you
and,
go
like,
through the
walking-
flaps, and then it's comfortable.
You essentially go through the flaps and you walk into the bar. Like the bar would be like right here, and these are the flaps. So you walk in, and if you're not, you would walk into a chair, and then and then you just go down this long corridor, and there's some like booths. They have a cool outdoor section though, like in the back there.
But I appreciate a good
Loopers,
outfit section.
Yeah, but
they didn't do much, but dude, the
what do you
wings
mean?
are.
I think they had 800 different kinds of what was it?
Martinis.
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 It's always such a bad sell.
My buddy
Having a bunch of, we got crazy mixed drinks. Great.
My buddy puked there once, and then we had to leave because they joined the Martini Club.
Where did he?
Oh yeah,
And they
so
had like
I could
they
definitely
had
see.
4 or 5 martinis, and
Did
then
he
it
lose
was
it
like
in the bar, or did he go to the bathroom?
it was in the bar. It was right at the bar.
Oh,
That's
the
what
guy's
happens
like-
on martinis.
He like looked at the bartender looked at my buddy, and he was like, "Hey man, like you're not gonna puke, are you?" And he was like, "No." And then the bartender looks away, and he just dumps puke
my God.
right in between the chairs, and then the guy looks back. He's like, he's like, "You just puked, right?
Dude, you said you wouldn't.
And he goes like that, like he just like
Promised.
he wipes his mouth. He's like, no, like whatever. He's like, all right, well, you're gonna have to go outside. And then we just put him in a car.
So what do you
and
eat
went to
there,
the
wings?
Casino. Yeah, wings.
What kind of wings do they have?
I don't know.
What's your go-to, a hot and honey?
I would normally do a hot and honey just because I like the hot and little sweet little spice.
I don't mind a
Little
hot and
sweet and
honey.
sweaty.
But
Sweet and sweaty
you
is
get their
pretty much the same.
so they're hot.
Yeah. Sweet, sweaty.
I get their hot,
honey.
just hot because it's awesome. It's a little different. They use a lot of like pepper in it.
Yeah.
So it's like a different kind of hot. It's not like your standard like.
No, they make their
like,
own hot sauce.
Right. It's not your standard like Frank's
Yeah.
Buffalo.
If they make their own sauces,
sauce.
I would sometimes
Nothing against
prefer.
it though.
And they're
Frank's is good.
I love Frank's, but it's like they're very very like crispy, well done. So
like
that's what I
Texas beef.
love. I love like a well done crispy wing. So you bite into these things and they're
I think
awesome.
what they do, because I didn't ask the lady or anything, but what I'm from working in a kitchen, what I think they do is you know what they do? They fucking deep fry them and then they put them on the fucking grill. So you get they deep fry them, they put the sauce on them, then they put them on the fucking grill. So you get a little bit of the caramelized fucking grill marks.
yeah,
They
the
don't
grill
bake
marks.
them. It's fucking the grill. And all the shit, like they got this like Jamaican rub where it had like a sauce in with it.
Jerk.
Yes, it was a Jamaican jerk. I love Jamaicans jerking off on me.
Oh wow,
Wow.
the old bukkake.
Sorry, this is off the rails. We don't have to. We don't have to stay on a
End of
guideline.
chapter 1. We've gotten
What do you
the
think
food
about,
out of the way. Now it's on to Mike's.
How do we feel
Next
about?
page.
Are you guys like pineapple guys? You pineapple guys?
I like pineapple.
Wings or pizza?
Anywhere. I like pineapple.
I'm not opposed to it. I
Okay.
don't.
Wasn't there on what's the show on YouTube where the dude eats wings with celebrities? Now we feast.
Hot ones.
Hot ones.
Hot ones? No.
But it's first we feast.
First we feast. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was thinking of the Now We Go thing. Anyways, shout out.
Now we
Hey,
feast.
yeah, just
Yeah.
as many viewers.
That could be a spin-off.
Now we feast.
Well,
They're
shout
like,
out.
you're just doing our show.
Eating with those guys sounds like a trip,
Yeah,
though.
see, that would
Yeah.
be great.
The finishers, boys. That sounds
Should have
like
put a
They're so much fun.
Yeah.
should have put a
They're so much
stack of
fun.
Yoccos hot dogs down there.
We still got them.
Yeah, we do.
There's still a couple
there's
there.
a few over there, and if nobody claims them, I'm going for a
Grab
fifth.
one.
Grab one.
There's still some
Bring me
curly-
one on your way over. Surprise me. But they have like I guess because they make their own hot sauces down, but they have like a pineapple habanero.
See, I like stuff like that. I'll fuck with that.
Is it habanero? Habanero?
Habanero. I believe it's called a tilde.
habanero?
Called a tilde. Goes on the end, I think.
What?
Anyway, no. Habanero?
Habanero?
I can't. I couldn't.
Quinceañera?
I'm not trying to be
Say that.
Brian Callen here and start pronouncing shit all weird.
I'm awful with pronouncing anything.
Yeah, but I think
does it well,
I'm a
but-
big pineapple guy, so I feel like, and this conversation is going nowhere because I haven't actually had this.
It's not.
sauce.
I'm waiting for your revelation.
Yeah.
About it. Is it good?
No, there's not really anything. I just feel like I really wanted to try it, and I was just maybe seeing if anyone.
I'll tell you what I did the other day with a pineapple was I cut
What? I'm gonna get real close.
Was
I
just
cut
the
a hole
core-
in it.
What
Just-
did you?
I
do with this
microwaved it.
pineapple?
That's a friend.
He microwaved it.
I'll tell that
waste,
story. We're on off the rails. I'll
That's
tell
a
it.
waste of a good fruit.
I'll tell inappropriate
Did you
stories on here.
eat? Did you eat the pineapple after?
We were kids,
After what?
and I'll go back to
Being
that. We used it
kids.
for rum drinks. We were kids, and we were at the Nazareth Park, and we used to go down there, and we were young enough to just, if we'd see someone smoking weed, we'd be like, "Hey, we want to get high with you." Then
As you do.
growing up and being like, "Hey,
What's your
I probably
success rate?
shouldn't."
Do you think on asking?
Most of the time, we were skateboard
kids.
kids, so usually there was like,
Oh, you were
if
cool.
we would be
Yeah.
skating, so they would smoke weed around
Yeah.
us, and then sometimes they would try to talk to us.
They're like, yeah,
it wasn't.
do a kickflip and then you can get a hit of this.
We were probably 15. We were probably 15. He was
Gotta
probably
fucking earn it,
18, 19, maybe. He was still in high school.
Okay.
17 probably. We were probably anywhere between 13 and 15.
He could
And,
be 19 and be in high school if he.
Yeah,
if
no, he was a
does lot,
fucking.
you
He
know,
was
smokes a lot
definitely.
of weed.
He was
Yeah.
definitely the guy who just moved into town.
Yeah.
And he was weird.
Cool,
And he was
yeah.
smoking weed
Drove his
out of an
dad's
apple.
Mustang.
Out of an apple.
Why
So
not?
he was like, "Hey,
Granny
you know, this
Smith,
wasn't
or was it
COVID.
like
This
a-
wasn't
Gala- yeah, was it
COVID
a
times.
gala?
This wasn't
I
COVID
need to
times.
know.
We could
Yeah.
share an apple." So he's, I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I made it into a fucking bowl, man." And I'm like, "Well, this is just stupid." It was like brown, and he just has tinfoil inside of it. You could have just done it with a can. So as we're
He
all
had the tinfoil?
inside,
He still
yeah,
had the apple.
yeah, he still used an apple. So he's talking to all of us, and we're smoking it, and I'm starting to get high. And he goes, "You know what else you can do with an apple?" I'll never forget this. I just told the story the other day hiking. He goes, "You can fuck them," and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You cut a hole in them and then you microwave them." And he goes, "It feels just like a pussy." And then we were like, "Okay." And then I remember we all were like, just looked at each other and walked away from him. And then he was quiet, got his bike, and I just remember I've never seen him again. It is burned in my head. Him pushing his mountain bike up the hill. My buddy just being like, "What the fuck, man?" And we didn't discuss it long. We were just like,
I honestly thought that like that was gonna go a different way. Like everyone's quiet, and then like everybody went home and bought apples.
Yeah, everybody tried it.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the part where
No.
like, so afterwards we went to
Yeah.
the store.
I
and we got
think my
some
buddy
apples.
John
How
was
long
like,
did you put the apple in the microwave for?
And
Because
that
Yeah.
is a critical.
I
he
just
was-
I
detail.
burnt my dick.
none of us tried it. Like, you know, but like,
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm very honest with things I've
Who else
done
was with
sexually.
you? Who else was with you?
2 or 3 of my buddies, and my one buddy just goes to him. He goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "You fucked an apple?" And then I think my other buddy laughed, and then it was just kind of like fucking
big's the
super
apple,
awkward.
you know?
There was so
It's
many.
just-
There were so many questions, and then like I said, it's just him.
I would think I'd need a pretty
It's
big
him.
apple.
I remember exactly what he was dressed like. You know, switch to a cantaloupe, a watermelon, get a bigger microwave.
I'm more of one of those little cuties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I just smash a grape against my
Yeah.
penis.
Nobody's perfect, bub. You brought great hot dogs. Yes.
I use
You want to thread
warm raisins.
Yeah, you want to thread a needle? Give me a grape.
Warm raisins.
Warm raisins.
So we took pineapple, and I'm getting into rum. I don't know where you guys are on rum, but this is going to be
love
the
rum.
summer of rum. I haven't. I have
about it.
not gotten drunk on rum in so long. I haven't like
Same.
when you turn 21, you're like Captain and Coke, and then like Sailor Jerry came out. My buddy was like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "I'll just go bring over a bottle of Kraken." So like he brought over a bottle of Kraken.
Kraken is good.
And so I was like, he's like, "Well, what do you want to make to drink?" And I was like, "Well, let's just look up drinks for Kraken." So we go on YouTube, and there's a grog, and there's one that I actually Jesse had left. What's the shit you'd make with Moscow? Ginger beer. So
Yes.
it's ginger beer Kraken, and then we put like brown sugar and a lime, and like it was pineapple, and I like put it all in this thing, and it was fucking awesome.
It sounds awesome.
But we kept making them, but I forgot how good like rum makes you happy.
Yeah.
Like I was just like in a good mood and was warm, and I was
For a
just like
limited
Rum
time.
it. Yeah.
I was like, man, well, see, like
Then the sugar hits.
but like
Well,
I
that's why I
don't,
can't do rum anymore, man.
I don't
I've had
get-
too many bad mornings with it. I can taste it.
Yeah.
I can have a drink, but I can't do it. I can't push it to the limit. Can't do it.
I would
You know,
probably
I
rather
just-
drink it straight
No,
than
it's gonna
add.
be
Like
bad.
after we were, well, I think with Kraken you could drink on the rocks and just sip it. And
maybe.
Sailor Jerry, but like I don't think I would drink Captain like that. But I
do
mean,
a Captain and Coke.
it was fun,
all day.
dude. I said to him, I was like,
jam.
man, I haven't gotten fucking drunk off rum in forever. I go, this is such a fun buzz. So I was like, fuck it, summer rum, linen, rum, all fucking
linen.
summer.
Breaking the
You're
limits
best-
back up.
Yeah, I'm
Essentially-
only getting white lemon, white women. That's damn
You said
right.
white lemon.
This is a new show.
Yeah. oh man.
The white linen, linen,
Linen. Lemon.
that
Yeah.
fits
White rum.
way better than the other stuff.
That's
have.
just. I mean, summer white rum. You're a borderline pirate at this point.
I
Yeah.
am.
I feel like.
Well, I'm gonna do linen. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a white linen button up and like roll the sleeves up like a Dr.
Yeah.
Monroe.
Yeah.
Like I'm a medical
Yeah, but
doctor
there's
in
a-
the
But
islands.
not too high, like the
yeah,
below the elbow.
Yeah, mystery.
There's a certain walk. There's a certain swagger
Straw
that you
hat.
have to have. Your
Yes.
feet have to
Yeah.
kick a certain way.
Yeah.
Probably
when
get
you
white
walk.
Van slip-ons.
Yeah.
Just
You have
do
to,
all
you-
white.
You have to do that walk
And that's
where like
just wear that outfit. Just
But
buy
yeah,
7 of each.
It's kind of a walk where your ass
Right.
stays
Yeah.
stationary.
Like
It
a penguin.
There's no jiggle. You're,
like a penguin
You're
walk.
fixed at the ass, and your feet kind of.
imagine you're on a beach and you're flicking sand
flicking
Yes.
the sand
on
out.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, I like
Yeah.
doing that.
You're that guy. Yeah, you're that
But
guy.
at the same time, nose is just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Kind of pompous.
What kind of hat
kinda
do I
not.
wear? Do I get like a straw hat?
I think
see,
you
there
get like a nice, but like a nice one.
I feel like
with
a
like
hat,
the
though.
with the
Or do I do a visor? No.
no
like a Greg Norman hat with the shark. Yeah, the golf gear. You can
yeah
look
a real fishing
look
straw
it
hat,
up.
like a real
I'll
straw
look it up.
fishing. hat.
Yeah. Or what?
Go to SA. Go to SA Company. They're like a fishing company in
Yes,
Florida.
Chivy's got them.
What does Jimmy Buffett wear?
Greg Norman hats?
Why fuck would anybody? Why would we know that?
Yeah,
Jimmy Buffett
What
fucking
is that?
sucks.
What's Jimmy Buffett?
Margaritaville.
Like a bucket hat?
85.
Oh, I see. Like this.
Like a 10-gallon
Like
hat.
this. A seagrass gambler.
Let me see it. Let me see what that looks like.
We're loading.
Can't you throw that up to the big
because that's
screen
like
we got
a
here? I see 15% off.
15% off.
The COVID prices.
You would look.
That's the one.
You would look awesome.
Yeah,
man.
you could.
That's like a.
You could pull that off in the shirt.
That's like a
you're wearing now,
vacation Monopoly guy.
Yep, and then they got one that's got ferns instead of the solid black.
Yeah. I like that.
That's what I want to do. Do you guys ever pick? Bill Lore made a fun of me because he's like, "Oh, you mean dress up? Do you guys ever pick a theme and stick to it, like for the summer?"
Like for the summer.
I dress like a cartoon character pretty much every day. The only thing that changes is like an outer shell or the shoes that I'm wearing for a particular purpose of that day. But otherwise, it's jeans and like a what do you know? A one color solid thermal.
There you go. Yeah, he does wear a lot of. Now that we're talking about it, every time I see
am
he's
a fuck it. I got one in just about every color that they make. Shout out Boscov's for that. They're like $11. Just load up on those suckers. But that's me. I mean, I have a couple of flare pieces. I guess
a couple of swag.
I'm digging that sweatshirt.
Yeah, you like this?
Yeah.
I did. I have been looking at that. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they had 25 years.
Those are cool.
They Posh Woods. The BMX guys out there. Bethlehem. That's like a sanctioned place. They've got insurance and all that. It's a legit place to ride.
I don't know who did that logo, but it's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's tits. To be honest with you,
it's done
really.
well.
And
I
the
like
back
the
is
what's the back? It's a shovel.
Like the keystone for
the back is a whole lot of stuff. Honestly,
show us.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Well, careful on the mic, dude.
I gotta watch out for the X.
Stand on the X.
Line back up with the X. But yeah.
Yep, I like it.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's
Nicely
like lightning
done.
bolts, but it's got the shovel heads.
Yeah.
So,
nicely done.
So it's pretty cool. Like they
Shout out to whoever did that hoodie. Nice
absolutely. I'm not quite sure who did it. I think it actually was it Axelrad?
Axelrad
I think
might
it was
have did it.
Axelrad.
Nice.
Yeah. But they sell these, and the proceeds kind of go towards paying the insurance and stuff for the joint. Because they got to keep the place legit and above board. So.
I went to like a couple spaghetti dinners years ago. They were doing stuff like that to just keep
Out
the
in the
money
woods?
going.
Yeah.
No, they had it like rented. Probably got a fire hall. It was at a fire hall, and then they had like giveaways, and I think it was for somebody who bikes in the area. Like put out a movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's supposed to be like rad or something.
Was it Bugby? Or?
Yes, one of them.
Oh.
I can't remember the guy who did that, but I do know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
they filmed it locally at like Caddy Woods and all that stuff. Yep. I can't remember the name of it, but all the guys I ride with are going to be like, "What the fuck? You don't know the name of that?" Movie, but
Hot Rod.
No,
I love that.
that's a good movie.
Honestly, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's up there for you? I mean, I think it's a good movie. I don't know if
There's
really
so
have
many
it in my-
great one-liners in that.
I put that
movie.
in its own category, like Grandma's Boy, Hot
Yeah,
Rod.
yeah.
It's just like it's like if somebody knows Grandma's Boy, then you're like Hot Rod, and they're like, yeah, I saw Hot Rod, and it's just like
I put them in the same category because they were both movies that
Here's
sucked in their first.
What?
No.
oh, you're like saying in
Movies are
theater.
great. Movies are great in the theater.
Yeah.
Their first visit out to the world, people were like, nah, whatever. But then afterwards, they gained kind of a cult following. Like Grandma's Boy did shit in the
Yeah, well,
theaters and
Half
all
Baked.
that.
I watched the
Same as
Chappelle
Half-Baked,
award
yeah.
thing.
Came out the same week as fucking Titanic.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
That's
I didn't
tough.
realize it
That's
did.
tough.
It was Titanic and something else that came out, like
I don't
Armageddon
know.
or some shit.
I think
Another tough one.
Titanic held the record for ticket sales until like fucking Avatar. Same fucking director.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, what was that? 10, 12 years?
Oh my
difference
gosh.
in Titanic.
I remember seeing
So,
Titanic
come against that.
at Shankweiler's Drive-In, and we were in a van.
Were you with guys or girls?
I was with my parents and one of my buddies, and I remember being I was in the
romantic.
middle. I was in the middle
Drag
seat.
young fucking Nathan with us today.
I was in the middle
Dad
seat of
just
the
wanted to
van.
go
I
see
remember
Titanic.
my mom fell asleep, right, and me and my dad were watching Titanic, and it got to the scene, where she's like, hey, just paint me with the jewel on.
The scene.
The scene, and my dad's like, hey,
What was
look
her
away.
name? What was her name? Kate Winslet?
Kate
Hudson.
Kate
Hudson. No, Kate.
I think it was Winslet.
My mom used to always say, Henry, cover their eyes, and my dad would be like, Nancy, and then he'd just be like, look away, and I'd be like,
yeah,
and then
not
my
a
mom
problem,
would be like,
Dad.
Henry, this is why we don't let them watch these movies. He used to let us watch. We watched The Terminator as a family.
Yeah.
We watched.
My parents put up a fight for that for the first few years.
My mom would,
but
but my dad was a huge movie guy. We had HBO, which was like it was a to do
Legally.
but he well at first, and then the guy on the block's like, hey
Sure,
Henry,
yeah.
hey Henry,
Hey, I got one of
can
these,
he came down, he's like, all I gotta do is put a staple in the back, you get everything, you get Playboy. So my dad's like, fine, do it. Then like 2 days later, it was when the fucking cable guy just randomly showed up, and he's like, hey, what is this? And he's like, the neighbor put it in. And he's like, all right, you're going to need to go back to what you were. But he used to tape them. And then he had...
Keep them alphabetized.
He did. And he had 2 movies per
Do you
tape.
have like the pull-out drawer?
What he had...
The unclaimed freight every other week, buying a new dresser set.
This is what he had. This is what he had.
We're out of tapes, yeah.
He had a giant thing, similar to what's over in the corner there, a little bit bigger. And it was like, the old school stuff. It was nicer, like a hutch. Right. And it had shelves on it. And then I think he adjusted the shelves to the height of movies, and he went through the alphabet 4 times, and he had a book, and he labeled everything with what it was. And then my friends would come over, and we'd be like my dad would just be like, go find a movie. And then we'd go through it, and then be like, do you have Terminator? I'd be like, yep, it's here. But he like alphabetized it, organized it.
Dewey Decimal System.
But people would come to the house and borrow movies off of him.
Category
like guys from work, he'd be like, well, Henry, give us the list. And he'd like bring a list into work, and then they'd borrow it, and he'd write it down. And
it was like T5.
Yeah.
And then when it came to DVDs, it was all that, because I remember I would remember the ones that had like the titties in them.
Yeah.
So it was like,
which ones?
no one would be around.
Which ones were they?
Lethal Weapon.
Shit like that always had that.
Terminator
I'm trying to think.
had Linda
Dude, what was
Who
the one with,
Framed Harry Crumb?
what was the
there
one
was a
with,
titty scene in that. My mom caught me watching it. She's like, "You're just watching this for the boobs." I'm like, "I love John Candy."
Under Siege.
Yes, Under Siege are great tits.
Erica Eleniak.
Yes, the cake.
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid, there was like the one
course I
scene
do.
of like it wasn't Sixth Sense, and I know, or maybe what? No,
I
it
don't
wasn't.
recall tits in that movie at all.
I don't mean Sixth Sense. What's the one with Fifth Element?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
bada boom, bada bing. That's my Fifth Element.
What was the one with?
impression.
And I don't think it was that one, but it's like that weird futuristic
No,
one.
they
With like
showed
the chick
her
with 3
tits.
tits. With the chick with 3 tits.
That was
Help me out.
Running Man.
Running Man.
Yes,
that was
but
Schwarzenegger, right?
But they did show what's her face's amazing tits in The Fifth Element. They showed
Oh,
her
the chick
tits
with
in
the
that.
with the
What's her name? She was in Resident Evil and everything.
yeah. Oh, it's like starts
Mia
with
Jovovich.
Yeah, whatever her name was. Is
that it?
Another good titty scene was Rosie Perez in White Men Can't
I thought you were
Jump.
gonna say Rosie O'Donnell.
You know
for
what?
a second.
No.
I was like,
You know what? Rosie was a dish in
Dude,
that
she
movie.
was
Rosie O'Donnell's in Roseanne.
Yes.
Smart.
Roseanne.
Smart to boot. She goes on a Jeopardy?
Yes.
Cleans up?
There's a great sex scene in that. What else was there?
You guys want to see a lot of tits? You got to watch Black Sails. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
said that. Said that.
it's hard to get
I'm gonna have
tits.
to look into
It's,
this
it's
show.
hard to. The last time they were throwing tits in movies is when they did Wild Things with fucking Denise Richards, and it was just
Campbell.
tits the entire time. And after that movie, that they're not in movies anymore.
Like people don't even like these.
They used to just show tits to show them.
Yeah.
You know, that was a really awkward time in my life. I mean, those movies were coming out. I have a sister
'Cause you
that's
didn't like
about
tits.
7 years older than me.
So you would.
Well, she was into that steamy shit as a young, teenager and all that stuff, and I'm like, just barely adolescent coming into my own here.
Yeah.
coming into my own socks,
I bet.
towels.
I bet.
My hand to use as a bowl to feed myself.
Yeah.
That's next level, next universe, maybe. But yeah, it's just awkward. The movies would be on. We just, because Blockbuster was a thing. You'd go and there was we only had you only had so much money to throw at Blockbuster.
I miss
every
it
week.
so much.
You had to-
Blockbuster was so cool.
So everybody sat down,
So
you
cool.
watched the movies and the pick, and I had a video game. You rent the video games.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they had the Game Pass and you used to be able to take it and you used to be able to keep it as long as you want,
as long as you
and
want
you
it.
could bring it back whenever
Yeah.
you wanted?
Dude,
the
I
game
remember-
sucked. You could drive right back.
I remember going there on the weekends and being like, it was never like a thing for me. But like, oh, Mom, can I please rent a Nintendo 64? And it was like,
Oh, it's like
no,
$39.
I did it once.
Nathan, no,
Once.
Nathan,
And you've
we
gotta
can't.
swipe
Yeah,
your credit card
It's
too.
It's $35, Nathan. Mom, unbelievable.
We did it once. My parents, I had to do an overnight sleep test. So I had to sleep during the entire exam. So they were like, your son has to stay up 24 hours. So they were like, hey, we're going to rent you a PlayStation. And I was like, oh, cool. I got Twisted Metal.
Oh,
It was right when all that dropped.
the best game.
And then
Best game.
I could only play it for. I mean, I was young at the time, so like 1 o'clock. Like now, I could stay up. I would just drink coffee, but like I wasn't allowed to have soda, wasn't allowed to have sugar. So it's like my brother started dying off and going to bed, and then I would just be sitting there and I'd be out, and then my dad was trying to keep me awake, and he's out, and then my mom's just like, "You're letting him sleep," and he's like, "What the fuck do you want me to do? He's sleeping." And I don't think I did well with the test. Like I was up, but that was the only time they let us. It was so expensive to rent it.
Yeah, it was. When was I feel like every if you're a gamer, do you remember like when you got your I know like specific moments in my life when I received, like I remember when I got my PlayStation.
Oh, absolutely.
My
All of
PlayStation
them.
2,
Yeah.
like
Every one
my
of them
PS3,
cataloged.
like every
Under
like
G for
those were like
games.
I remember we had
the best.
we had my dad was a big video game guy. We had Coleco. We had the Atari 3600. We had the regular Atari. Then we got into Nintendo. We got into Super Nintendo. Then we got into
was
Genesis.
The game changer. The ones before it all kind of just sucked.
Genesis we got into, and then what sucked with that shit is like you would have it, and then the next year they'd be like, "Oh, well, this is for the different system," and
Yeah.
like I'm like, "Wait, it was only a year I got to play this,
Yeah.
and now you're not making games anymore." And they're like, "Oh, we'll buy the new stuff."
Yeah.
Then it was
Technology.
Sega CD,
Yeah.
and
Sega
then
CD,
Do you remember
Sega
three?
Saturn.
Do you remember 3D?
Sega CD was
3DO?
$300, and then
Back then.
after a
That's
year,
like a MacBook Pro today.
then like five months later, it was $35 because the whole thing just tanked.
Yeah.
A Night Trap,
Yep.
Sewer Shark.
I still have a Virtual Boy.
You had a Virtual Boy.
What was that? What's that?
Oh.
In box.
Virtual
It is
Boy-
in box and it is mint. I have Wario Tennis
Hang on.
and oh yeah.
That is-
What's the
I will.
Virtual Box?
Virtual Boy was a headgear.
Yeah.
That connects to your Game Boy?
No. You're not doing it justice.
Right. I'm not doing
I'm
it
looking
justice.
it up.
No, not you, him. He's ruining it.
I never owned it, but I lusted after.
So it's like this. It's like it almost looks like a virtual reality as it would today, and it's like a little like rest.
It's
and
a
you would
heads-up
like
display, like
Yeah.
in front of your fucking.
you would like lay down on the ground and or put this on a table, and it had a remote that was like connected to the thing, and it was only red. Like when you looked
it
in
was
it,
all red,
everything
like-
was red. It was one color. It was just red.
Ah, yes, I'm seeing it here.
It was
yes,
awesome.
I'm seeing it here.
Yeah, I'm looking it up in the card catalog.
It's $500 now
Shut up,
on eBay.
dude. You
in-
Virtual
box.
console and 6 soft battery tap AC adapter.
let me see what it looks like.
Adapter.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mine is inbox, original cardboard, original everything.
You could probably move it for fucking probably 600 bones.
So it
Yeah,
wasn't that
yeah.
fun to play,
I honestly I loved it,
but
I
it's
just
still
like
in the box with
I-
the cardboard and everything. You just had all that.
I just
stuff.
take very
Yeah,
good care of
that's
my
awesome.
things.
That is awesome.
You know,
a lot of my
like if I
test
anything I
stuffs.
buy, I take it out. The plastic of the twist ties,
You keep
the
that
cardboard, it all goes back in the box.
Yeah. Jared's
and
like
then
that.
I put it away.
I try and
You know,
I see the benefit of doing that. Like when he moved
When
or
you
if he
move.
needs
Right.
something.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
that's the biggest
I
thing.
started keeping my computer,
Yeah.
my Macs, all my Mac
Absolutely,
stuff. I keep the box, and then when I move, I
When
put
I
'em in
moved,
that and-
when I moved to Bethlehem, I had all my like TV, surround sound, speakers, everything. I had all the boxes, all the cardboard, all that, you know, and I just packaged everything up and just threw it because then you just put it in a truck bed and you don't
It's got the
got to worry
foam
about
around
putting
it, all
towels
that
and
stuff.
sheets and
Yeah.
stupid stuff like
I
that.
lost
on
the
it, you know?
TV moving.
Yeah.
It just
How?
it fell over. It ran away. It fell over. I remember then it was what Sega CD, and then it went to there was
Saturn.
the only one I didn't have was TurboGrafx 16.
What about 3DO?
I didn't have the 3DO either.
No.
Do you remember when laser discs was a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When they were like, "This is technology.
It's funny. We were over my
They were
buddy's.
this fucking big.
It's a
They were-
record."
Yep.
My buddy Cummings, who I want to bring on, he showed me his Laserdisc collection, and we were over at Jair's. And, well,
Stop.
He
How
has.
many does
I'll
he
tag
have?
you in his stuff. He's I think it's called Beta. He's Beta something.
Betamax.
No,
Betamax.
No, he collects Beta, and he said what sucks is now it's like he's like a VHS head. Like they go to fucking. I've done it with him. It's a blast.
Yeah.
He's a
Markets
collector.
and shit.
Right.
Comics, toys. Now he's
Yeah.
into VHS tapes, and then he picked Beta because it's harder to find him. It's more unique, and no one was doing that. And now he
Have I
has
met this
such-
guy?
Kyle Cummings.
Was
he
that
lives,
the guy-
He lives over by you,
That
or
was
lives
the guy
over by
that-
Scribbles.
He remember when we did the tour and I said bells and whistles 400 times? He was there
Possibly
because I remember him. I remember him talking
Yeah.
about
Yes.
videotapes.
But his collection's like sought after. Like he has, but then he was showing us his Laserdisc, and Jared goes, I didn't realize they made that many movies on Laserdisc.
Really?
Like he had like a fuck ton of stuff where I was just like, they did that on Laserdisc? And he's like, yeah.
I don't even remember what was the quality like on.
He was saying that too, where the
better
quality
than VHS.
It was.
Yeah,
It was. Because that I remember
absolutely.
when they had because Believe in Movies. I loved renting movies.
what you think, it's
Redbox
like a-
fucking sucks so much dick.
You think it's like a 480? Then would that be
Likely. That sounds right.
Because it wouldn't be.
It's the same resolution you get with like a Sprint
couldn't
or a
be-
Boost Mobile unlimited data plan in the city. You know, when they're like $9.99
$39.99.
unlimited data
You have to flip it.
and you're like 480p streaming speeds.
40p.
It says Laserdisc had several advantages
lights up
over
just about everywhere
VHS.
except
It
for
featured a
this spot.
sharper picture with a horizontal resolution of 425 TVL lines. The rest of it all doesn't make sense to me. So it was actually better than VHS, but you had to
But
flip
lower
it over.
than standard definition.
And it was I think it was expensive to get the players.
and delicate.
Yeah.
But I remember Believe in Movies, they had the Laserdisc section, and they like
In
they,
high
they always had the
school-
Terminator. He
Yeah.
had that on Laserdisc.
Well, if you didn't-
How fucking classic
Our
is
one
that fucking
teacher in
cover?
high school had it. That was like late, and he was like, "Yeah, laser discs."
He probably touched
like a
kids.
Loser. Yeah. You know what? Well, I thought better of myself for a second, and I just kept it shut. You know what I mean? Which doesn't happen at all. It doesn't happen
Most
often.
of the time, it
but
just lets it fly.
well,
Good on you, bud.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Yeah, I think just
About the teacher?
No, yeah, yeah.
I can't believe he fooled around
Mike.
with him.
Mike, you have the doll. Bring out the doll. Show us.
No, I just I
Show us
had.
where he touched you.
I feel like I
brought out a medical doll. They move all this stuff. Now,
point
now
my
are we
eye.
warm? Are we warm?
Yeah. I feel like I had a really
Nicolas
funny joke, and
Cage's mouth.
I let it go.
The pillow over here. Nicolas Cage's face.
Throw me one of these hams.
Where did it
Right
get
here,
on?
bro.
Oh, I did want to reach that for.
You're all right. I'm gonna need one eventually.
Did you see Nicolas Cage is going to play the Tiger King?
Oh,
in
real quick.
a series.
Yes. So I love Nick Cage, and the only reason I love Nick Cage, and you guys may make fun of me,
No,
but
no,
I think
no.
I think Nick Cage's best movie, and I will watch this till the day I die. National Treasure.
That's a great movie.
Okay. Now,
Yeah,
what
but
are
that's
you?
before
Are
he
you?
fell into.
I
his-
watch that movie every
Oh my
night
God,
before I go to
Nicolas
bed.
Cage's
Are
movies
you-
Not
getting
to be
bad.
weird.
Are you into his
Phase.
new stuff like Mandy and the color of outer space?
No, I'm not a freaking loser.
Dude, you
Color of
have
Outer
to.
Space.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're really fucking good movies.
Okay,
and
Mike.
I'll send you trailers.
Can't wait.
I started watching them with Jer, and like they almost bring Nicolas Cage in, and he plays Nicolas Cage, but in these absurd movies. So it's this weird. Nicolas Cage plays the same actor.
Nick
always
Cage,
plays, yeah.
action, explosion, as Nick Cage
Yes.
in National Treasure.
with added width thrown
What?
in on the side.
What do you think he's? How do you think Tiger King?
That was a really good.
Dude, yeah, sell that.
Like-
Sell that. Go do voiceovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that was.
We could
I
get
like
into
that.
this. Let's get on like Fiverr. Get on like Fiverr and we'll start doing
like
voiceovers.
action
for folks.
trailers. Yeah. Never Again Radio, starring Mike Fauerbach and Mike Fauerbach.
Have you ever used Fiverr?
Sound guy, Mike Fauerbach.
Quit saying that. Have you ever used Fiverr?
One man alone. One desire. Using Fiverr.
Fiverr.
I'm trying to get this podcast off the ground.
I paid an old guy who played the banjo.
What did you pay him for?
It was early on in the show.
Show us where he
We were
touched
in
you.
Bethlehem. I don't feel like standing up. I don't feel like standing up and turning around.
I couldn't touch my toes if I wanted to.
It was a Tootsie party with him. I found a guy on Fiverr. It was probably $15 to $20, and
$5 for a photo.
I
of
had
your
him
foot.
sing a song about. It was when we were doing Jesse's podcast, so I had this old guy. And he's like, "Hey,
Where you go? Could you start? You're like, yeah, $5 for a song.
yes."
That's
It
for
was-
one song,
It was
honey.
$10.
One song.
Yeah. It's like $10.
After one song,
Yeah.
it's $2 for the
Yeah.
first
Yep.
minute, $25 for each additional. No.
Plus the house gets $250.
The thing about Fiverr, though, is that people can kind of establish their own rate. right?
Yeah.
So
He was cheap.
but it's a huge.
I mean, it was
fucking-
expensive
but it's
to
a
feel how
fucking
soft
Turns
his
out
hands was.
It's a gamble because you can get the guy who's selling his shit like it's great.
I don't even know what I looked up. I think I put up
Wagyu.
like sing song, and this fucking weirdo came up, and it was just some old guy, and he dressed up like a Western gold miner, and he wore this hat and wore fake teeth, and he's like, I'll play a banjo and make a song up. So I was like, hey man, I need you to make a song about Jesse Shive. You need to say that he's the tasty roll or the tasty sheriff, and you need to say that it's Never Again Radio. And that's all I gave him. And I would pull it up.
You know, that's good material. I can run with that. Yeah.
So the guy came out and he's like, hey, everybody. He's like, this week on Never Again Radio, we're going to have, and he starts playing this song, and it was catchy, and he did it. I died laughing. Jesse was so
wish
pissed.
at this point we
Jesse
could
was
like
so fucking
be like,
pissed.
oh, let's roll the be like, let's roll the tape, and then it like pops up
Yeah.
on the
Next
TV.
studio.
We can
Next
watch
studio it will.
It. Throw you on this side. We'll do like a mystery science theater type deal.
Well, that's why I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like.
cameras behind.
And we
me.
watched Three Ninjas on Betamax.
See, because what I could technically do, which is what I think I'm going to.
OG or like kick back.
No, I like the first one.
Yeah, they're all good. Tum tum.
I could put the laptop over here, and then I'd be able to see it, and then you guys would be able to see it, and then I would just need to do a third shot of
You
me
need a fucking young
on
Jamie.
the screen. Next studio is going to be set up totally different. It's going to be
So the next studio is going to include just some fucking
Yes.
person to live in it. and be
yes.
your editing troll.
Well, it sucks. I mean, I haven't been real public
Edit
about
this.
like what I lost because of the coronavirus, but I was setting up interns.
Are you allowed to say that?
Well, I feel like
What?
this is public.
What
What'd
I
you lose?
lost? A lot.
What did you lose, Mike?
I
Michael?
lost meetings at the school to set up interns.
What kind of meetings?
It was we were going to set up to like I had to fill out all this paperwork saying like what equipment was here.
How do you feel about the paperwork?
How
that
many
you filled
children
out?
are you checking out today?
It would have been only females, and they would have had to have been over the age of 4.
Teen?
Teen.
That
Yeah,
doesn't make it better,
sucked.
Michael.
It sucked.
Yeah.
I would be able to do all that
No,
stuff.
it's safe to say everybody's been pretty well affected.
It
by
fucking
this in some
sucks.
way.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah. I think
I just broke the table. You don't understand me.
I
And
definitely
then ran out the door. Did he leave?
I think out of all of this, I think it has changed people.
I fucking hate people more.
I personally feel like so I like not having prior engagements, or do you know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you doing June 25th? Oh, dude, can't make it. I already got this thing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing to do. I got nothing but time. And
Do you
also,
enjoy that more?
Don't bother me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just
Go away,
find
kid, you bother me.
yeah, I just find like
Quit touching my
I already
toes.
have a bit of like
Show you where the wild goose go.
I can't even say short temper. I'm just very like a short because I don't like freak out, but I just like I have a very low tolerance.
You nip at people.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that's gotten worse?
Oh yeah, big time.
Same with me.
Big
I
time.
snapped on somebody, and
Yeah.
in my head while I was doing it, I was like, "You used to be able to control that."
You used to be better.
Yeah.
This used to be a life skill I had checked off.
Yeah.
Keep your
There
fucking
it
cool, Michael.
goes.
Yeah.
It probably took 3 weeks for me to
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
move all those emotions around. I remember just like flipping out at my parents' house and then just being like, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with anything other than my fucking business that just started fucking working isn't fucking working.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, it's totally fine. It's totally fine, Michael.
It
I'm like,
is.
and I gotta
Very-
go.
It's a,
Because my brother thinks that you're gonna fucking die if I'm here. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Watch my dog.
That's the worst part. I haven't hugged my mom in so many weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want to like be,
I've been around them more. We've been like I had dinner with them, but we're not hugging each other.
Yeah.
But my mom used to hug me every time I came in the house, and I'm like, ugh. Fuck this noise.
No, I feel bad. Like my
it's a strange thing.
my mom, she's got a French bulldog.
Yeah.
We've had him for 12 years. You know, he's kind of on his last days.
Same with me. Same with Izzy.
And it's you know, he's starting to have like seizures and shit. It's,
Yep.
it's rough. It's rough. But you know, he's had a great life. 12 years for any kind of bull.
Sure, that's a
Good
that's a
stuff,
long
right?
time.
You know, he's
Long
he's
time.
lived a great one, but getting tired. You know, but I'm just you know, I feel bad. It's good that she's home. She's working from home. She's with him. You know, and she's able to like spend whatever days he has. You know what I mean, with him, and you know, it takes some of that worry out of the equation. No, I go to work. What if something happens while I'm gone? Whatever. No, she's there. That's great. But now it's like, if she even has to have like, let's say you got to do something. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're even able to go into the vet with that because like
You're not.
no.
You have to do it in the parking lot.
You know what I mean? So it's like
You have to. Well,
everything
I don't know.
is just affected in some.
I don't know
type
if we're
of way.
putting him down. Anyone I know that has had vet stuff, I think some people said that they were allowed to go in, but it was just one person was allowed to.
Yeah.
And other people I talked to said
They just take your animal. You stay.
Yeah, you
Animal
stay
comes
in the
room
car.
with us. Yeah.
I would not allow that at all. I'd be
not?
like, absolutely not. You bet your ass I'm going in there.
Oh no, it's the vet, man. I mean,
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you got to pick
I would
your
cause
vet.
a scene.
You got to pick your
Yeah.
vet. You can't just be.
I would
going to
absolutely
the
cause a scene.
vet. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd cause some scenes.
You have to.
Yeah.
Especially for a dog. You know what I mean?
What's the
Fucking
biggest scene you've ever
habitual
caused in
scene
public?
Causer. Ooh. Well, when you say in public,
Yeah, I think I keep my cool pretty well in public.
fuck.
I think about it.
Have you ever lost your cool in public? Like in a gas station.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Telling like
that
some
was
old
a
guy to be like,
very-
hey, fuck you.
I
That
lost my
was a
cool
very
in Wawa
specific
once.
thing.
Yeah, this guy.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to pick up scenarios where you can lose your shit. A gas station is. I definitely would tell people to fuck off at a gas station.
For example, Wawa. Fucking tensions are high at
Yeah.
Wawa. Sometimes that parking lot is a goddamn gauntlet. You got to get from the pump to the cross to and the people
A
coming
bank?
from
I probably
everywhere.
wouldn't tell someone
You
to
know what I
fuck
mean?
off.
But
Wawa?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wild
And one
West,
time-
let's go.
One time in particular, I'm walking in
I'd
there and I had
spit
just,
on somebody
I think it was
at a Wawa.
Saturday morning. Just
No, I wouldn't.
I just come from the bank. I got like this. I got one of the bank envelopes and it's got cash in it. I'm going to pay bills. It's like Saturday morning or something. I was a 9 to 5er at that point. I wasn't working for myself. And I'm walking into Wawa and I don't even realize I got this bank envelope kind of sticking. They're tall. They stick
Yeah.
out of a back pocket of a jean just a little bit. And I'm holding the door for the guy behind me because it's double doors at Wawa.
You're being
And
a
he's
nice
like,
guy.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll take that door and maybe I'll take that envelope hanging out of your back pocket too. And I was like, I don't know. I'd like to see you fucking try it. Whatever. I'm not some fucking tough guy, but. We get through the second door,
And then
and then
what
he kind of
happened?
he like fake trips and falls into me, and actually like bumps into me and has his body all over me, like he was gonna try and like pickpocket me or some shit. I mean, obviously my hand went right there, and it was like, I don't know what. Normally I wouldn't kind of react that way, but it was a stranger coming after my fucking money, and
Yeah.
I shoved him into that lottery machine that's right there. I was like, don't fucking touch me, man! Come after my fucking money. I don't know you like that. I'll knock your fucking.
Block off.
Yeah.
I'll knock your dick in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know
What did
I
he
mean?
say?
Yeah.
He was, easy, man, easy. I was just messing around. I was like, no, you don't mess
Yeah.
around.
I don't
Beat
know
it,
you,
nerd.
man.
I don't fucking
Beat it,
know
nerd.
you. I don't know you.
Hit the bricks, weirdo.
Fuck that
was
guy.
it Bobby Hill?
Fuck
That's
that
my
guy.
purse. I don't know you.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bobby Hill, King of the Hill. What the fuck?
I never
King
watched King of the
Yeah,
Hill.
King of the Hill.
What?
I was never the big propane guy.
I'm a big
Propane.
Bobby.
yeah. I don't think I ever watched National Treasure.
I
You
could
guys
do a
just
good.
let
I
me
could do a
down.
good
Just let
impression.
me down a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Bobby. Doesn't that sound like him?
Yeah,
I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
Bobby.
6.
Bobby.
You know what? Do you know what makes it better? That you just and you
It's
repetitively
getting
do it, and it's no. I feel like it's getting
just,
better.
It just turns into my voice.
No,
Bobby.
Bobby.
I got it.
just
Bobby. Bobby.
it just changes to you.
It's chowder.
Turns out it was you the whole time.
I never watched King of the Hill. I never got into it.
Hold on, time out. Let's go back to losing your cool. When have you lost your cool?
Bartending.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I can imagine shit gets hot.
I just quit drinking. I was dating a heroin addict, and I lived at the bar. and
Nice.
had
What
to
was his name?
watch- it would have probably would have treated me better if it was a guy. And I was behind the bar, and I was probably a month into sobriety, and I just couldn't. I was running the kitchen, and then I would get done with work, and then I would go upstairs, shower, and the kitchen would close at 8. I would go upstairs at 8:30. I would shower, get dressed, come down at 9, and then I start my bartending shift at 9:30. So I was technically working from like 9 in the morning till fucking 2 or 3 in the morning, and nobody would ever leave
What
the
bar-
bar.
what bar was this?
My buddy opened up a bar at Cherry Hill up the road. It was Chico's Cherry Hill, and it's funny because I was just thinking about this the other day because sometimes people bring it up to me. So like no one would listen to me. And at first I was just, I always wanted to fit in even though I wasn't drinking. So I'd be like, no, guys, it's still cool. It's still Mike.
Yeah.
And then
Hey guys,
none of them cared. None of them cared. They stopped calling me because I didn't want to go out drinking.
I'm just
Yeah.
on this side of the bar now. It's no
Yeah.
big deal.
It's me. And I flipped my collar up. So I would come down and I would just try and tolerate it. And then it just got to a point where nobody would listen. And it would be like the one day I was like, all right, this has got to change. And I started just turning the jukebox off at like, 150. And then everyone would just sit there and then it would be 155. And I would just wait and I would scream at the top of my lungs, get the fuck out of my fucking bar.
Yeah.
And everyone would just stop talking and look at me. And then they would kind of stop talking and I'd go, now get the fuck out of the fucking bar.
Yeah.
And I would just stand there and then slowly you would hear, and they would push their chairs in and it worked. And
you have to treat them
I was
like
a
that.
total asshole for probably about a week. And then at 1:55, everyone would leave when I would be bartending.
Yeah. You just got to do it a few times.
Yeah, it becomes
Bartending.
your calling card.
There was too much
geez, the
going in there.
fucking bald
I mean,
guys
and then
working
I
again,
just stopped
yell at
caring.
us.
Somebody would put on fucking music I didn't like. I'd skip it. I go, what the fuck? And I'd take money out of the register and I'd be like, hey man, nobody wants to listen to that bullshit. Here's $5. Play something else. And they're like, you can't fucking do that. And I'd be like, I'll do whatever I
already
want.
heard Don't Stop Believing today. Fuck off.
7 times. Yeah.
And then I remember this kid came up. He was a douchebag. I should have just beat the fuck out of him. I don't really get into fights ever.
I don't know. Where's this side of you coming from? I should have just beat the fuck
I hated
out
him.
of
I hated
That's
him.
not you,
I hated
man.
my life at the time. I didn't hate my life at the time. I hated that I was still living the life. I
Plot
quit.
twist. His name was Jesse Shive.
Living the life.
So this kid came up, and he probably just turned 21, and he comes up, and he's wearing a fucking suit coat, and he's like, has a white T-shirt underneath. He's got long black
So he's
hair.
in a white T-shirt.
And he comes up and he just goes, hey man, what's up? And
Sounds
I
like a little bit of jealousy.
I go to him, I
Jeans, they
go,
cuffed a little bit.
I
Does
go,
he have
what would you
loafers on
like,
with
Corey
no socks?
Feldman? So like anybody from that era is dying laughing. He's like,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. And he's like, I want to get some shots for my buddies. And he's like, because that's that people would
Give
ask
a little-
for,
give a little hair
people would.
toss, like-
It was a shot in a beer bar, and then you
Yeah.
would have college kids come in because it was fucking crazy. There was fights every night. So this kid's like, I'd like a starry night, and I go, what? And he goes, I'd like a starry night. And I go, you know what, dude? I go, take you and your fucking poetry book you're writing and get the fuck out of this bar. And he's like, dude, you're not going to fucking serve me? I go, you want a Jack and a Coke? You want to fucking, maybe I'll make you a picture of fucking Red Death. Other than that, get the fuck out of here, dude. I go, I'm the only one working. There's fucking 200 people here. No one's waiting for a drink. Get the fuck out of
Make
here.
me fucking Google your
He
drink,
sucked.
dude.
He sucked. And then he came back later one day all wasted and was like causing trouble, and I had to throw him out. And I always and then I saw him. He mouthed off to me and was like, I'm gonna fuck you up one day. And one day I drove by him, and I was leaving the bar and he was leaving the townhouse.
He's outside
and
and he's picking up cigarette butts.
he was blacked out. He was blacked out and he was stumbling up the street. And in a moment, I
don't know what's
almost,
worse.
I
He almost hopped out.
I
Yeah.
almost pulled over, and I was just gonna go up and level him, and he would have had no clue what happened.
no idea.
And then I was like, "Hey man, I think you need to stop bartending." Like,
Yeah, when
like,
you're
And
ready
then-
to nail a
No,
patron,
a really
like,
good
in the
friend of
street,
mine,
just-
a really good friend of mine, Nat Amato, was like, "Hey man, like you got nothing left to prove here. You need to just get out of this situation. It's very unhealthy for
Right.
you. I have an apartment under my house." He's like, "Just move in." And
the
then
money's
that's
good,
what I
but
did.
it's a
It was. I was getting paid regular, and I was sometimes clearing $300 cash a night. And I was bartending Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that was $300 a night on top of getting paid for running a fucking kitchen. And it was probably the most money I've ever had. And I was just buying shit online.
Sure.
I was just like buying clothing from California.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like how it is
That's basically
now.
what I did,
like you weren't doing that then.
That's what I did for the past 5 weeks.
yeah. You've been. Are you getting ready to flex?
Yeah, just been at home like
Amazon.
I'm like,
No, you're buying.
This
What are you
is
buying
the-
on Amazon?
Yeah,
this
what
is
are you
the
getting?
first time I've been unemployed in my entire life. I've always worked,
Can we just
and-
get a little?
and it was Thank you. Slow clap.
Have you ever been unemployed?
Who's that third person clapping? Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
Toot your own
unemployed, Rip?
Yeah, have
fucking
you ever been
horn some more.
unemployed?
Yeah, once.
Did you collect?
One time, yes, I did.
Yeah.
One time.
It's weird. It's a
And
weird.
it was strange. That's actually what
yeah.
that we discussed that actually when I did this this cast a while ago. It's
a weird
how I
thing.
got kind of cut loose onto my own. My boss.
Oh,
At the
yeah,
dealership,
that's
when I
right.
left,
That's
he was
right.
like, I'm gonna fucking lay you off. I'm gonna give you unemployment. I'm gonna extend your health benefits for a little while.
Yeah.
Fucking great. That was awesome. But that it doesn't last.
No.
You get only X amount of weeks that you can draw off of it.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And it's like it was a nice little boost until I could like start getting some some people to start showing up to my house garage and start getting their cars cleaned or whatever. But
turns out,
look at
you now.
Yeah, how about it? I mean, I'm not on top of. It's funny.
I'm sorry, but this is off the rails. We can burp.
Does that mean I can go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you can take a piss.
Thank God.
We'll let him finish his fucking story.
Can you edit that and pause it? Let's go back.
The ending of this story is Nathan goes and takes a ripper of a piss.
Can I take this with me?
Yes.
No, I want to hear your story.
No, finish it.
I don't
Take a
even fucking
piss.
remember what I was talking about. Now that
You were talking about unemployed, and then you got back on your feet.
Unemployed, yeah, I got back on my feet.
and then rips.
And then Rips is born. I mean, I spent 4 years in my home garage, and then obviously.
And then we were saying how good
Keep
Rips is
talking.
doing, and
I'm
he
gonna
keeps
use
talking
the
about how
bathroom.
shitty Rips is. Don't you dare.
Rips is not doing shitty. I'm so happy that everybody's
Yeah.
coming through my doors, man.
See?
And luckily I'm a one-man
go.
show, so this whole shutdown thing hasn't affected me too badly. You know what I mean? Like I can still practice very safely. People can drop their cars off outside my door, leave
Yeah.
the key in the car. I don't even have to physically
Yeah.
be with
Do
you.
that.
You know what I mean?
Do that
Go piss.
exchange of.
You
piss.
can PayPal me. You don't even have to write me a dirty disease.
What would it say?
check.
What would it?
You know what I mean?
What would it say?
Hey, horny guy.
Thanks for the COVID, asshole.
Yeah.
God, how's the floor working that you installed?
Oh yeah.
Fucking trash.
It is?
Garbage.
No, you put it in, and then you were like, "Well, what?"
Absolute dog shit.
Yo,
You said that though. You were like,
Linoleum kids.
Yo,
You were like-
suck a fat.
I took these off already, and I saw I know you just recently posted a photo.
Yeah.
And I looked in the corner, and I was like,
Is there a spot missing?
"Is there
already?
a spot missing
Yeah.
already?" I was like, "He
Yeah, there
parked
is.
his freaking he parked the tire
Bro,
there."
water. Dude. No, not even the tires. Water.
I'll talk to you about.
Yeah, go leak it.
I'll talk to you about it.
Leak it.
Get a flow test done.
when you did that,
Yeah.
you sent me a picture, and you were like, "Hey, I don't know how this is gonna go."
Yeah.
You said this is gonna go either way.
Yep,
I didn't know
this
how
is
it
gonna
went.
go one way or the
Are
other.
you done with the floor now?
I've been done. I mean, I didn't do the whole place. I did that big section of it as an experiment to see,
Yeah.
how it was gonna take to tires and water and whatever. It turns out, fucking a puddle of water sitting on that floor fucks it up. It peeled right up. Yeah, where's that coming from?
I don't know. What the fuck?
Your phone playing shit?
It was. It wasn't on. This is the government.
Alexa.
I don't have an Alexa. A friend of mine does, and I've heard this from other people where she said it just started saying things to her, like it gave her the definition of something. It was like real fucked up, where it was like, I'm going to give you the definition of, and then she said it was like something that was like applying to something that was going on in her life, and she was just like, I don't know if I want this anymore.
You don't want that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody should have that in their house.
Yeah.
If you can't see the writing on the wall that you paid them to bring the camera. I mean, read 1984, the telescreens. Okay, I'll give fucking spoiler alert. Read the book that's fucking how many years old, but whatever. They had telescreens that could see and transmit sound and all that stuff in, most places in the world. We voluntarily brought that shit in.
Any app that you have that activates your microphone.
Yeah,
Is
that's.
you're allowing them-
that's
yeah.
always that argument. But like, I try to give them as few chances as possible.
Yeah.
But I tell people not to take the quizzes on Facebook and shit because
No, I don't do any of that shit.
You're giving up your fucking stupid questions that seem
Yeah.
trivial, but they're really like your security questions for.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you dumb fuck you. Oh, I forgot my password to my fucking online banking app. Okay, well, what was your first car that you drove?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what was the name of your first?
It's
pet?
crazy what people will do on Facebook and the information that they'll fucking.
Well, they're the people who fucking give it and feed it to you are tricksters. They're really
Yeah.
good at it too. Like those people that share the they make these fake pages and it's 4x4 Jeep Overlander fucking whatever, and they're trying to give away this nondescript new vehicle. It's just a picture of a new vehicle, and they're trying to give it away. And it's like, comment, and share this page, and you can win this car. There's no dealer name. There's no, they conveniently blurred out the little dealer tag that is on the bumper while it's just sitting on the lot. You know, it's a stock image. You can pull that shit from Google. You know, but these people, I'd love to win this. I got a fucking handicapped Bronco, and he could really use it for his wheelchair, and whatever. You know, you read these comments on these pages, and it's like, fuck, all these people are so desperate to win something, and that's fine.
I'm so glad I was going to ask you to do that.
Yes.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
But these people voluntarily just do that shit. And they just are, it's they don't even think about it. It's, I'll take this quiz to find out which Harry Potter character suits me
Pick your
best.
dog.
Damn.
There's 3 in there.
Oh, and fucking fries too. Shit. Aren't you like a sauce only kind of guy?
Yeah, give him the sauce only.
I don't know which one is that though.
Can you just do a promo cut of the 3 of us just sitting here not saying anything, just eating hot dogs?
This one's not labeled, bub.
I'll take that one.
There's a sauce in there too.
I feel like I ate the sauce. Well, what did the other 2 say?
This says CH.
Anyway, people don't give a
that
fuck
chili?
about cybersecurity
Chicken
because
hot
they're not
dog.
thinking about it. You want to know which fucking Harry Potter character you are, don't you?
No.
Who are you? You think?
No, I don't take fucking
Dumbledore.
Facebook quizzes.
You look like a muggle.
You know Harry Potter?
I've never seen
I've
Harry
never
Potter.
seen
I've never
it.
read it. Proudly never.
More of a
read
Star
the
Wars
La-
guy.
I've read the Latin
No
version.
Lord of the Rings.
What do they call that? El Potter.
El Harible.
It's definitely French. I'm gonna close that up. Back door. It's getting chilly.
Are we going on the?
it back
we're
door
going
up?
in on the dogs here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite.
I'll wait
now.
till you get back. I don't know which one do I have.
Good.
I just have CH. I think it's just chili.
I got everything. What you got?
Got the CHS.
What does CHS mean? Cheese? Cheese? Cheese sauce? CHS. Yeah, it's probably cheese sauce.
I don't want to be this guy that's like chewing into a microphone. That was a big one, dude. You're really getting down on that.
The people pay for this. What's
What a
called?
fucking podcast this is.
What
We've had.
podcast?
You take a piss, you come back with hot dogs. Now he's back.
Yep.
What were you guys talking about? Music.
This is such an off the rails episode, dude.
Yeah, that's why we made these.
Yeah.
So all right. So
We have gone
Yeah.
fucking nowhere.
so
We're at
well,
like an hour and 15, so I'm gonna set a timer for 30, and then we'll wrap up.
Are we really at an hour and 15 already?
Yes, but we had 5 or 10 minutes of bullshitting before we started, so we're really at just under an hour.
I feel like we didn't.
I'm saying.
Let's take a quick.
Because that'll
moment.
put us at like 9 o'clock, which isn't too crazy
No,
late.
it's not crazy. Let's all take a quick moment and just.
I'm
take
out
a-
of breath
Let's savor.
from going down from going down steps.
All right.
How
All right.
fast can we get
Ready?
this down?
Let's all just take a moment and take a bite, and just a bite of silence of Yoccos Hotdogs, the hot dog king. Michael, are you ready?
Hold on. All right.
You're not doing anything.
They're cold and they're good.
Yeah.
Okay, I went to cut that into a promo. It's a good hot dog. I'll fight. I'll fight for it.
Dude,
They're cold and they're good.
thank you.
That right there.
If we could get Yoccos to sponsor this podcast, I would remove this table, and you could use my body as a table.
Like those exotic sushi women.
Yeah. But for hot dogs.
You do
Like-
CrossFit.
I think so.
You're that good at planking.
Probably.
Getting firm.
Well, I mean, there would be legs that I could
There
support. Like, I wouldn't just use my hands.
Yeah,
Like, that just sounds
I
foolish.
thought you were just gonna stand there.
Did you get a sauce-only cheese?
No.
Oh.
Mine has mustard cheese.
She got everything cheese. He got the sauce-only cheese. He got the cream of the crop. The creme.
No, I like the onion. I like the chili. I
you?
like the mustard.
Yeah.
There's something
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's not just American cheese. There's
Michael.
something different with that cheese.
yeah, Michael Fauerbach. You know what it is, Mike? It's called a good hot dog. And it's made by Yoccos.
But like that-
you
it's
guys may have heard of Yoccos. They have 6 locations in the Lehigh Valley since
What I'm saying, though, is that
since
this-
the 1700s.
This
it
hot
really
dog
six?
is ice cold.
6 of them?
Is it 6?
This hot dog is
I don't
ice
fucking
cold
know.
and the
You're
cheese
the,
is
you're
still
the
melted.
announcer, my dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's
1700s,
not.
It's your-
It's different cheese.
Mike, do you know what's melting the cheese? It's your hot breath. They do have 6 locations. As far as I know.
Is it? It's what? So it's a chain, and then they sell to different owners.
It's not a chain.
It's family owned by the Yoccos.
Yep.
So then what? They own everyone they open? Mm-hmm. That's baller.
That's why they only have 6.
You're fine. Take some more.
What's it like being a small child?
Have some more fries.
What's it like being a horrible beer pong player?
Oh,
That's my life.
you
I've
guys,
never been good at beer pong.
are you guys getting this?
What's that called where people jerk off to sounds?
ASMR, we said that.
Yeah.
Listen, like heavyweights. Are we rolling now, Kenneth?
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. What were you talking to him about SoundCloud before?
Spotify, not to
Spotify.
not to correct your own podcast.
Not to split hairs.
Not to
Mike doesn't have many hairs to split.
no, he
I
doesn't.
don't. There's usually 2 stranglers.
I don't know why I got to do that. I don't know why I got to point out your.
He has nice hair.
I don't look bad with a shaved head. I shaved my head back
think
when I
so?
still had hair.
You have nice hair.
You have fantastic hair.
This is the first time I've ever grown my hair.
I'm not talking about your facial
Not
hair.
your facial hair.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking,
looks awful.
talking about my head hair.
Yeah.
My facial hair looks like shit, and I'm never, ever going to dispute
No,
that.
I was kidding.
I was
No, you have
blessed
grit.
with a stash.
You have
Yeah,
great
you could
hair.
have a killer stash.
Yeah, you
I
have
got a
great hair.
great
Yeah,
stash.
you have
One
great
time
hair.
I just shaved everything off but the stash, and it was
I think we could all agree that we could all grow great
Oh,
mustaches.
mustache.
Because I had a nice curl for 5 months.
Yeah.
That, at the time I thought was cool, and then
Get a little annoying.
lo and behold, a lot of dudes coming out to be like, "Dude, great stash."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thanks, man."
You're
And
like,
then-
you want a growler?
Yeah. Yo, do you want to share a growler of craft beer?
I've got a beard oil company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And watch The Notebook.
It's really just my uncle that sweats into a canister, but it works well.
Yeah, and then we throw a little oil in it.
No, this is the first time I've ever grown my hair past like your length.
Dude, your hair looks awesome.
Thanks, man.
I was thinking about growing
Appreciate
mine
that.
out and doing like the Hulk Hogan
Oh,
and
for
grow the
sure.
sides out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to
And
have
I'll
a
tell
cut
you what,
today.
brother.
I was supposed to have a haircut today. My boy was supposed to come up from Philly because like he ain't fucking working. You know what I mean?
What is the
And
regulations? Can you leave Philly? Can you get into Philly? My buddy was asking me because we want to go get sandwiches.
I haven't seen my girlfriend in over a month.
She live in Philly,
Yeah. She's a nurse in Philly.
so they got her ass locked.
She's on the front lines.
Dude, front line, dude.
A
Front
hero. Your girlfriend's a hero.
She's a hero.
She's a hero.
You hear
Heroes work here.
How long has she been a nurse?
that? You're a hero. A long time.
That's a good fucking job.
Forever. I
My
think,
mom's
like,
been a nurse.
I think like
A
25,
long time.
25
so
years.
She an older woman.
I think like 25 years.
She's
older woman?
56.
Yeah. She's 90.
9 kids.
No, she's younger than me. She's 28.
So you like them seasoned?
Yeah, she's 28.
That's good. Yeah, it's a good age.
What are you, 52?
At least.
At least.
I look good for 52, don't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
52. Still getting down.
As shitty as I am, I wake
Hard
up
work?
every morning and I decide whether I'm having a good hair day or a bad hair day. And then I will text my girlfriend and say, I'm having a phenomenal hair day.
Is that how you start conversation?
By
with her?
8:30 in the morning. Yeah. You know what my secret is?
She's got blood all over her.
Yeah,
and scrubs.
yeah.
And she's
She's
having a fucking day
No,
myself.
she's an occupational therapist, so she does like
That sounds.
she just gives
A lot less
dudes
stressful.
baths and shit like that. But I don't want to take that away from her because quite honestly, that sounds worse than
Well,
a lot of other
But
jobs.
like, what kind of dudes? Like old decrepit dudes, or
Yeah,
like recently buff, masculine.
No,
fuck
just
your
like
bitch
old-
dudes that were in the military and like.
old-
I need to
You know-
pause this for a second.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That their combination of the chili, the mustard, they really have it down to a science.
It's almost like they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. It's like they've been doing this.
Once again, that's 6 locations
yeah, 6
throughout the Lehigh
locations.
Valley. And don't forget Yoccos
the
Hotdogs.
cheese is a specific.
You
It's
heard it
a
first.
specific American.
Yeah.
It's a specific American, and it might even be leaning towards not being American.
I think it's a Land O'Lakes.
The fucking mustard.
I'm a Clearfield guy.
The fucking
so-
mustard is definitely one fucking spatula wipe.
Yeah. I don't think it's like that's not a
No.
2-finger grab.
Robert uses both of his
It's
fingers. Robert uses both of his fingers. He has a similar swipe for when I pay him after work.
How much mustard do you put on these hot dogs? Well, what I like to do is I take my glove off and I dip 2
Jimmy's on
big
25th Street's the
fingers.
same too. It's just they do both sides of the bun. I think Yoccos only does one.
We call it a graze, Michael.
Yeah,
Just a-
yeah,
it's a-
it's a great.
Do you think the chili is homemade?
And that's it.
I think at one point it was homemade. Well, I mean, no, so it has to be.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
To only have 6 locations and be family owned, it's not like you're.
They could still order enough hamburger for each store.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like you're that's being made somewhere else. I think that they make it in batches. Do you think?
Yeah, I do. I'm just saying is like I've never really broke down
never
a Yoccos
I never
hot dog.
thought about that until now. Actually,
I'm fighting it.
You think?
I'll
Big
fight.
batches.
I'll argue it. I know you are like the spokesperson for it, but like for me, being a hot dog traveler, one would call me. People have.
You are.
That's definitely a nickname.
You are 100%.
You know, and fucking people have.
People have called me that before.
I'm the
hot dog traveler.
I'm definitely going to start lying and then backing it with, no, people have said this.
No, people have said this. I am the fucking hot dog traveler.
If you don't make a shirt that says "Never Again Radio," the hot dog traveler.
Well, what it would be, it'd be the hot dog traveler, and he'd be given a thumbs up. It would be a cartoonish hot dog similar to the Yoccos guy, but he would have the knapsack with like the hobo thing that you would make for Halloween.
You mean like the stick with the handkerchief?
Yeah,
I'll be honest
and
with
I
you.
give him a monocle.
I see you more. I see you more of like I see you more of like a Seth Rogen in Sausage Party, but like your face just being on the end of a hot dog.
Would there be a Hawaiian shirt on the hot dog?
Like laying in the. You would be laying in the bun. No, I wouldn't do this. You don't have arms because you're a hot dog.
I pictured arms and legs.
And you would just be like, smiling and be like, oh, and then maybe like a bubble.
So it would just
like
be a
speech
hot
bubble.
dog and my face on the end of the hot dog.
And then maybe a speech bubble says, "This isn't my first rodeo." Something like that.
I'll do it. I'll create a hot dog.
I've traveled for less.
Yeah. Or actually, that look, and then on the back is tour dates of places I've been.
Now I like that. I like that.
How about like that?
Yeah.
Like all right, on the slogan tip.
I really
the
like
hot
that.
dog traveler. He's the hot dog traveler,
It's like Blues Traveler.
and something along the lines of, getting down the road.
Yeah.
For a shot in the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Some kind of catchy.
Getting a shot in the mouth.
Yeah.
Dab.
I'll put it in the works.
That was a Carlin.
I'll
line, I think.
send it
was a
to,
Carlin line from Claire. Was it Jay and Silent
Jay
Bob?
and Silent
Yeah.
Bob. I couldn't watch the sequel. What were we talking about before I interrupted about the hot dog? Hair? Were we talking about your hair?
Oh, well, we were talking about
Oh,
your
the
hair.
Philly guy.
I was supposed
Philly
to get a
guy.
haircut. I
Yes,
was supposed
Philly.
to get a haircut today. He's supposed to come up today, but
Why didn't he?
didn't. Well, because he realized that Mother's Day is Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, as you'd say.
Can't-
lots of places. Are
Yeah,
saying,
can't cut my friend's haircut because Mother's Day is 5 days away.
Well, he lives in Philadelphia.
That's far.
Lives in Philadelphia. Driving up here, you know what I mean? Driving back for just for what?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if you don't have an easy pass.
Why doesn't he just crash at your place?
Yeah.
Have a fucking night.
It's COVID.
You know him like that?
It's COVID, dude.
It's COVID, bro.
Yeah, why don't you grow up?
Where does he live in the city? Is he in the city or is he outside
I
the
love
city?
I love when people ask this
He's
question.
in the city. I can't remember the name
Oh,
of his
Philadelphia.
street,
I
Oh,
look
where
at it
does he
this
live
way.
in the city?
I look at it this way.
It's
He
Philadelphia.
lives-
He lives in Philadelphia.
He lives in between these fucking people and these fucking
Someone's
people
like, oh, yeah.
way too closely.
Oh yeah, they live 1 block away from Fishtown.
And he has no fucking
love
parking
Fishtown.
space.
Where the hell is Fishtown?
Sick. No, I mean, whatever. My boy's actually got a really nice spot.
I
His
look
pad
at it
is
as if
fucking
I
dope,
would
but-
have somebody over like you guys are here now. I look over it as you guys are responsible enough
Well, you
to
paid
do,
us to be here.
Yes. Yeah, this is the first time I put out money for actual guests. I look at it as the two of you are responsible.
I'd like to say
He
it's
brought-
Underpaid
responsive for this
also.
show.
He brought cleaning shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Underpaid. I brought
I know the
Yoccos.
two
Like,
of you
which-
aren't
which camera?
fucking
Which
not,
camera?
not
This one?
washing your hands. Like, you know, it's just
91% isopropyl alcohol. This stuff is worth its weight in gold.
A friend of mine told me, he goes, if you're hanging out with responsible people, what's the fucking problem? Both of you
Yeah.
are fucking responsible.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm not dressing like Dexter's mom, but I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got enough Dexter's laboratory.
I mean, I believe.
Do you normally go to him for a haircut?
No, normally he comes and does it in my fucking kitchen.
Does he
My-
do other
he's
people
my
when he
good-
comes up?
He drives
Oh,
from
when he
Philly
comes-
and...
Well, he's my best friend, so
Oh,
you know he'll come and
all
we'll
right.
hang out and we'll spend the day or whatever.
Well,
and at
I
some
feel like
point
the
we'll-
whole preference of this
Yeah, you made it
This
sound
last
like you made it
10
sound like, wow, I
minutes
want
was
you
that
in my house.
like this guy that you know is driving from Philly to cut your hair, but turns out he's your best friend and he
Yes,
cuts
I
your
am
hair.
that big of a deal that people
Yeah.
drive to me to cut this hair. No, but
We're at this point in the show right now where Mike's eating fries off the table.
We cleaned the table.
it's true. He
That
wiped
was
this
fucking-
bitch down with my
And
isopropyl
then,
right
and then he
before this.
slides it over to me and
Finish them off,
let's
bro.
let's get a shot of the finished product here. A couple
Yeah.
of crumbs.
Crush that shit.
A bunch of heathens.
Yeah, we put a hurting on that box.
Yeah.
Yeah, always putting a hurting
so
on that
pissed.
box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought I would
Anyway.
have more.
Yeah.
Like I thought there was still another bite to my dog.
A little ASMR for everybody.
he's a really well-established hair guy. My buddy Adam Raymond. He's a killer hair dude. But yeah, he is. But normally, we spend the day. But since the social
Distancing. You may have heard of it. Shout out Governor Tom Wolf.
Well, typically when we get together, we're sharing objects that have been lit on fire. Cylindrical.
Oh, you're into flaming dildos as well.
Tell me, what do you like to start those fires
Some
with?
would say not just into.
No, I'm a lighter fluid type of guy.
Aficionado.
Yeah, well.
Flaming.
So what, are you going to rock the long hair for Mother's Day?
Well, I'm going to be rocking the long hair for a while. I've been growing this since October.
Do you have product in there right now?
I do. I have.
You would almost have to.
I have a.
What do you have, a balm?
I have a forming cream.
Let me ask you this.
Sort of.
When someone puts product in their hair, because this is a thing I've always, they show the commercials like a dude puts product in his hair and it's perfect, but then he keeps running his hands through his hair.
Yeah.
Right? Like over and over and over, and he's like, yeah, it's still good. Like your hands got to be disgusting after you do that. Like same thing with you.
Where do you
Not
wipe
this
them?
product. Not this product. I gotta say, this is it's American Crew, and I do like.
I love American
I
Crew.
like American Crew.
But
Products.
you feel like if you would run your hand through your hair right
Why
now.
you marry American Crew if you love it so much?
Yeah, loser.
Out here for you. Dump it out a little
Got him.
bit, Throw it back.
We got him.
And feel my hand.
I can hear your hair. I can't feel your hand actually.
fuck,
As per
social
regulations
distancing. I can't
by
even
by Pennsylvania
Can't even put her there, bro.
and Governor
Can't
Tom
even
Wolf,
put her
he
there.
has
Well, from a distance. There you go.
put her there, bud.
Put her there and do it for
Put her
Dale.
there, bud.
But you might
That
be
still
able
looks
to
great.
hear
yeah.
the hair,
I did, yeah.
but you can't feel it. It's a good product.
See, that's-
whatever. And
yeah.
it's been in all day.
That's
you know what
nice,
I mean? So
yeah.
maybe in the beginning of the day, maybe you'll get a little bit more transfer. But normally the sides be nice and tight. That's pretty much what all he was going to come up and do.
Yeah.
Right? Because I got to look like Peaky Blinders or some shit. I don't know. It's the first time I ever had long hair in
Yeah.
my life. All I know is every day when I get out of the shower, it stabs me directly in the fucking eyeball. Every day
can't,
these things flop down and go bink right in the eyeballs, and it's
And I can't get like halfway through the 2020 lockout. I reached out to my barber. Well, I can't say who it is.
really.
And I was like, dude, I need a haircut.
Guess he's not your best friend.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, he comes from Massachusetts to cut my hair, and I had reached out to him.
Now hold back the fucking train. I feel
And
like
I
you're
had,
are you mocking me?
I had reached out to him. I'm having a conversation, and I had reached out to.
Now the adults are talking.
Yeah, the adults are talking,
Oh,
my
that-
man. And I reached out to him.
Boston
I
boy.
was like, I was like, dude, I desperately need a haircut. And he was like, well, you know what? He'll be cutting on Mondays for people I know. He's like, all right, come on up.
I hear a lot of that going around.
Thank God.
A lot
So
of
you
it going
drive to
around.
Boston?
Fuck it.
You drove to Boston for a haircut?
Fuck it, man.
Drove right up to Watertown, Massachusetts.
Unless you're trying to run something, you don't fucking get it. Like, people need to fucking... When I filed for unemployment, I didn't know what was going on till 30 days after.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, if you're cutting hair and shit, even if you file for that stuff, and it's not considered... Like, all my friends who had, like, factory jobs and shit, like, they just got it because that's normal. But if you're trying to collect and you aren't allowed to collect, but they're letting you collect... You're not getting that shit right away. Fuck it. Good for him.
No, I know people
I
that
hear
still
people
haven't
cutting
seen a
hair,
dime.
fucking
dude, and it makes you feel like I was Shaggy. Like it was bad, and like so. On
I
top
shave my
of-
head once a week.
On top
Otherwise,
of
it drives me nuts. This is long.
Like the compounded situation of what's going on, and then not feeling like a person, like not shaving, not having a haircut, not doing all that.
Being kept
Right.
well kept is one of the
Right.
things that makes you
And
have
then
the semblance.
even
of,
just going and like I was mid-April, went and got a haircut. I was like, man, I feel like a member of society again. Like I it feels good, you know. Like
yeah. you've
to be
rejoined the ranks,
Yeah.
if you will. You're like,
Yeah.
I fell out of line there a little bit. Just got kind of got shaggy, and I feel it, man. My sides, my back. Oh my god, the back is so wolfy right now, dude. I got hair growing down my neck and just almost connecting with my shoulders and shit. What are you gonna do?
I can't take it.
I will get one.
Should we do a
coming
not to change the subject?
We can change the
wait,
subject.
we
like
should
a-
We can
change
do
the
whatever the
subject.
fuck we want. Let's
Do you like
shotgun
a-
beers.
Yeah, should we? Do you like a would you rather? I'm into those. You know
All
what I'm
right,
talking
yeah,
about?
I'll do a would you rather. I always have one up my sleeve. For
I was
that.
thinking of like a would you rather only eat popcorn for the rest of your life or never see another movie?
I'd have to never see another movie because I can't eat fucking popcorn.
I feel like that's tough
That is tough.
because I'm a
Popcorn.
big movie guy.
Popcorn fucking sucks, man. I mean, it's good for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
But
After
no,
that,
I
it's like
love-
my teeth are
I
filled
love
with these
popcorn.
random
I like-
things.
Yeah.
But how
I
much
knew,
nutritional value does it have? You're going to be
Oh
deficient
no,
of just about
a
everything.
bag or a small fucking popcorn is equal to like 40
The only
Whoppers.
the only
I'm look it
the
up.
only
It's
reason-
I'll look it up.
the only reason I
Just
said
straight
this.
oil and butter.
The only reason
and
I
salt.
said this is because I knew you would give a reasonable answer, but I knew this would weigh heavy on Mike.
Of
And
course.
he wouldn't know.
Well, every time we,
he wouldn't know which way to go.
I would definitely cut
Were
out
you
the
banking
popcorn.
on breaking a sweat?
I would cut out the
Getting a glisten
popcorn.
going on
I
there?
watched a movie last night and didn't have popcorn. I would be able to cut the popcorn out. Not watching movies, that would just suck. You wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
do it. The Fast and Furious is pushed
Yeah, but
back.
that's not how the
Like, I have
choice.
things.
That's not how the choice goes. You know what I mean? Like it's either you have no fucking food. You're a foodie.
So
Mind you.
I can only eat
That's what
popcorn.
I'm saying.
Eat.
Only
You
eat popcorn?
either only eat popcorn. How did I word that again?
There
Well,
are
help
two
me out here.
scenarios in the world.
'Cause now I said
Two
this and I
scenarios in the
screwed it
world.
up. I
One,
screwed
you
it up.
eat nothing but popcorn, no other food.
Whatever
Period. But you can watch
Watch
Oh,
movies.
every
fuck,
movie.
I wouldn't watch
Yeah.
movies. I wouldn't watch movies.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I would
thank
read
you.
books and find something else to do.
You wouldn't read books.
I try to read books. I have a
liar.
book. I have a shitload of books.
It's essentially.
I have to get into a
Would
read.
you eat popcorn for the rest of your life, but you could watch movies, or you could never watch another movie?
Doesn't
But
say
I would
shit
never
about
watch another
Audible.
movie.
Doesn't
I would
say
never
shit
watch
about
another
Audible.
movie.
Not a thing about Audible.
I didn't say anything about Audible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It's like,
I would.
it's like a movie in your head, man. It's great.
I would
love
definitely. I'm a movie guy. I think I would eat popcorn.
You're just doing that to be contrarian? Or
No.
You fucking serious with that answer?
Because what?
You spare parts, bud?
I love movies.
I hate to be that guy.
Dude, I love movies.
But yeah, no. I love movies. I really love movies.
'Cause
but
what would I do?
really
Like,
fucking don't
I'm not
like
a-
popcorn that much.
I'm not a TV guy, like TV show guy. So what do you do forever?
Okay, it's movies. Strictly full length films,
Well, yeah.
full length
I mean,
features.
Netflix shows are now movies that are.
No.
caught up.
I'm saying anything that's classified as a movie.
Okay, but a television show, a series, something that's broken down into subsequent
Yes.
parts.
Yes.
That doesn't count.
Yes.
Fucking all day long, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could watch like a USA movie that would be broken up by commercials.
Yeah, what would you watch?
Oh, well, there's
Yeah.
technicality right
Well,
there.
no.
Is it now a movie?
No, it's a
Yeah, Mike.
made-for-TV movie.
Yeah. Mike, what would you watch on the
What's that
Lifetime
word?
movie channel?
What's that word they're talking?
My mom watches all those
What's that
rape
word
movies.
they're talking about?
Every time I go by, some woman
Quibi?
getting taken advantage of, and I say to her, "I go, what is with you and this rape
with
TV?"
Lifetime.
Mom, you're being real rapey.
Yeah.
Fucking Lifetime.
All right, here's mine.
Saddest.
Would you rather drink a pint glass of Whiteheads or have your teeth filed down out of a moving car? Like, so you have to stick your head out of the car and go on the road, or drink a glass of Whiteheads?
You mean like
I used to play this with my brothers all the time.
Dr. Pimple Popper
Pop
Whitehead?
the shit inside your fucking shit that goes.
Dude,
"Bleh."
I was like, I didn't know what he was talking about initially at Whiteheads,
yes.
but
From
a
who?
pint glass.
oh my
From
god,
pint
glass.
How would you even drink? Would
My
they
own? Could
would
they
they
be
put
my
that
own?
into a Ninja blender?
You can microwave it, make it warm, and it'll
Are
move
they
better.
Oh my god!
Or out of a moving car,
Oh, hell no.
put your teeth on the fucking road to get filed down.
I would drink Whiteheads. I would drink Whiteheads. I would have to. I would. Are you allowed to puke? Do you think?
Yeah, do whatever. Shit, puke. I don't
16
care.
ounces?
16 ounces.
Do you get a like? Yeah, you got to chug it or?
How else would you do it? You have
Yeah,
to
you're
chug
going to
it.
sip it slow and
And
savor
plus,
that
it's like
shit?
oatmeal, so it's like gulp, gulp, gone.
I feel like you've done that.
Oatmeal.
I've swallowed other things the same
Like what?
color as Whiteheads.
Give me give me top 5 things.
What?
They've swallowed. that are like whiteheads?
I drank
Living or dead.
I used to do weird stuff
Semen.
at parties. So there was this one summer where I got obsessed with chugging things.
Yeah, I
so I
bet.
remember we were at this party and there was a vase and it was
Hot
just filled
dogs.
with water and what's the purple stuff you add in?
It's called an urn.
Plant food.
Yes, but
Yes.
it's like chemicals. It's like purple 9 or something.
Yeah.
And then you put it in your vase, and then it keeps your flowers out. I threw the flowers out of that, and I chugged that.
Why?
I just used to, because the part, like, we'd just be sitting around, the party would be kind of getting,
Yeah.
and then I'd just be like,
Guys,
yo,
Exactly.
fucking do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a badass.
Yeah. I used to light my hair on fire. I was in a parking lot.
Krusty the Clown.
I was in a parking lot in Philadelphia, and there was a construction boot in the parking lot. It was one solo boot that had cement all over it. I dumped a beer in it and chugged that.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean,
You know that?
Well-
probably was mostly beer on the
That's
way.
how the coronavirus started.
No, it's not.
What else have I chugged? I don't know. I used to bar rag shots at the bar. People would throw
oh, dude,
dollars
I
on.
don't
and
know
fucking-
about the bar rag thing.
Yeah.
I've always been on the fence about that one.
Yeah. dude.
I used to. Well, I
They
people.
used
You
to call
should
it
do it.
the Jersey Turnpike. I
Yes.
believe
So
was
then
the
someone
name.
go, "Who? You should do Jersey Turnpike." And I said, if everybody at this bar puts $1 in front of them, I will do it. And then everybody would put a thing down, and however many people were there, I'd take the money, and I said, "Cool, thanks. Buy shots for everybody. Let's go." I don't know. I had an iron stomach. I would never throw up.
Yeah.
I used to be able to hold my puke for long, like a whole fucking car rides, and then as soon as it was over, I'd just be like, "Whoa!"
I've never, to this day, track record, puked in a car.
I don't remember if I've ever done that.
I was driving home from seeing the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, you puked while driving inside the car?
Oh, bro.
I didn't know we were talking about driving.
Yeah, no, I was driving. All right.
I've never.
Let me set the stage up for the story.
Yeah, tell the story.
I've never been mobile.
You're probably smoking marijuana at the Wu-Tang concert, hanging out.
Yeah.
You know,
Cash rules
I was
everything
actually with-
around me. Give me
Suck
some
it,
more
Mom.
brandy.
No, I was
Where's
with,
more brandy?
I was with my roommate now, Todd.
Yeah. Did you guys buy T-shirts?
I bought like a beanie and a DVD
Yeah.
from Old Dirty's cousin.
Yeah.
Called Dirty, the
Yeah.
good documentary, some shit like that.
He's like, no, man, you need to buy my
was,
shit too.
Yeah, buy it
Just
too,
hustling
yeah.
the side tape.
Also, just
was,
kidding. Here's one of my CDs.
yeah, the 39.
But turns out he's from
They're
Texas
black.
and he talks like he's in a Western.
Yeah. No, totally.
That's how he was doing it. He's like, yeah, you need to buy one of my CDs too.
Yeah.
No, that was one of those nights where I drank a bunch of Yinglings because you're at the Sherman.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
all
they're
right,
piss
well,
warm.
We're going to have, so it's going to be Yinglings, and they're like $4 or whatever, and you do it.
I don't like Yingling.
And then, obviously,
If I have to.
Gotta have blunts. Going to see Wu-Tang, gotta
Yeah.
have blunts. We got blunts. We smoked a couple of those things. That's great. I got this Lincoln at the time. It's
Nice.
Big Continental.
Fucking very McConaughey of you.
Brother.
All right.
All right.
Tell you what.
Here's my McConaughey. All right.
All right. No. So we hop in that Lincoln.
You
Heading south.
in a commercial going.
Probably. What we had to do
Everyone
was
thinking
we
it's-
had to head south. So we start heading south, and we've got another
Everyone
blunt
thinking it's
that's already
Matthew
rolled up.
McConaughey. He just looks at his watch. He goes, all right.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right.
What
That
year
does
was it? Was it an old car, like one
My
full
Continental-
bucket seat?
my
Was it
Continental
like a
a
90s?
99.
Yeah,
It was a 99.
yeah.
It had the air ride in the rear. So every time I came out to the car in the morning, it was sagged out because they always leaked. So the ass end was sagged to the ground.
Gotta fill her up, bud.
Compressor worked like a charm, though. Every day, turn that fucker on and tell you what, I'm going to put this key in this ignition, and I'll bet you watch Betty's old rear going to rise. Right
Did you
up.
name her Betty?
So, I don't remember what I named her, actually, but she was champagne colored. She had a champagne gut. It was all tan, all old man.
Nice.
Whatever. I bought that car for like
Did
$900.
it have like the
No, those I love those cars growing up. That was the cars to have when I was a
vinyl
kid.
top.
No, I didn't have that. It was classy. It was all metal. It was a 99 Continental. This was turn of the century.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
Now, anyway, I bought that was a Craigslist gold find. It was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, little old man selling a $900 Lincoln.
I
Fuck yeah,
can't
let's buy
turn
this.
it anymore.
Had a gang of miles, but it was pretty clean, so whatever. Anyway, we'd already drank a bunch of fucking Yinglings at this show. We're heading home after the Wu-Tang. You're all riled up. Your head's fucking pounding.
You got Bring the Ruckus playing in the car. Bring the
Ruckus, yep, we're playing
motherfucking
the music.
ruckus.
And we're smoking, and we got about we're at like 78, just about to be in Southside Easton. Like I'm dropping him off at his dad's house at the time. And I got like, shopping bags in the back seat. Like who doesn't have a Lincoln with a bunch of shit in the back, right? I'm like, this car's got like a sway to it. That Lincoln had a real...
It's like
a smooth, like a boat, like a way, like a.
It's like laying in mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
On a water. It's like
Yeah, and on the other side of the bowl, the mixer's just going, and you're just like.
It's like being in a water bed.
Anyway.
Ooh.
About a mile away from the exit south side there, it just hits me, and I'm like, that sound that hits you like, boom,
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. I grabbed a bag from the back. I'm just like, oh man. I'm driving. Put the knee up. Put the knee in position.
Yeah.
Got the knee locked.
I've never
in.
been a near driver.
Yeah.
I've never been a knee driver.
I'm just
Lock
holding
the
the
knee
bag,
in.
and I'm still focused on the road. Like I'm in the lines. I'm good. Here it comes. Time it. And
How many vomits?
All right, going back.
there's always 2, maybe 3, sometimes
Yeah.
even a 4th that's small at the end. Mostly just spit.
Lovely, I know.
Just make sure you get it out of there.
So I got it in this giant bag. Thank fuck it was an Arrow where the
in a giant plastic bag. It was heavy.
It's got weight. It's got
shopping
weight
bag.
to it.
Yeah.
But thank fuck this
You
was
know
tie
what
it
it
off and
is.
toss
this
it.
was an era where the shopping bags didn't already come preloaded with fucking holes and tears.
Yeah,
in them, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Because
yeah.
now you get like a Wawa
Yeah.
bag. If you try to put water in it, would just pour right
Yeah.
out.
For
There's
windage.
always holes in it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Laneco always had
Whatever.
a good bag.
Lanko.
So my roommate's the fucking coolest dude. I was just like driving, and I didn't skip a beat. I'm like, oh, the exit's coming up. And we're going off the fucking exit. And I'm like, yo, man, hold this. And he's like, whoa, oh, fuck. Oh, man, really? I'm like, yo, just get rid of that thing for me. Just get
Did you
rid
throw
of
it
that.
out?
He fucking dropped the window and,
Yeah.
bombs away.
It was fun doing littering before it was bad to litter.
I can't believe how far I stretched that story out. But yeah, I puked in my
That was a
Lincoln
good
on the way home
story.
from
Yeah.
Sherman
Yeah.
Theater.
That was a good story.
Wu-Tang.
I liked
Pretty
it.
fucking cool. Smoking
Yeah.
a whole lot of reefer.
Are you
brother would
a
always
Would you ever?
litterer?
Who?
You.
Litterer?
Yeah.
Used to be. I used to love to litter.
So you kind of look like a.
Hell yeah. I talked a kid into throwing a car battery off the bridge and jumping
If I-
into the river.
If I had to,
And
if
then
I had
told
to
him he was a horrible
pinpoint-
person for
if I had
doing
to
it.
pinpoint you like as a person, you would be like, "Oh, let's go on our very first hot dog trip. It's gonna be sick." And then you went on this trip, and then halfway through the trip, you're like, "Yeah, let's stop for some snacks."
Oh, yeah.
And then you stop for snacks, and then you're like, "You know what? My name's Mike Fauerbach, and I'm a badass, and so let's throw shit on the road while we're going for these hot
here's
dogs."
what there's a couple things I used
and
to
then
do.
you just
I would
ditched
leave- I would leave a lot of
Reese's Take
garbage.
Fives,
Couple of mag
I would
records.
leave
yeah.
I would leave a lot of garbage in my
a couple
car.
of Boys Life magazines.
And then I would be driving and I'd be like, oh, there's just shit everywhere. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. And I'd put the windows down and I'd
you
just
would just
reach
start
down and just
throwing things.
out the window.
You're a sicko.
I was in a bad habit of
those are horrible
I
moves.
remember what I used to do is I'd take 2-liter bottles when they'd be done at my parents' house and I'd
Here we
fill them
go.
with water.
full of semen.
And then I would keep them in the car, and then if I'd saw
Full of semen?
I can't even believe I used to do stuff like this.
Yeah, I bet.
It'd be
It's been a half hour.
it'd be joggers.
Just cut it. We'll keep
It'd
talking.
be joggers and people on bikes. And I would be like, oh, here comes one. And then somebody would be driving.
You're sick.
And I would take 2-liter bottles like this, and I would toss them at bicyclists and
With
joggers
the cap off.
on because they were filled with water. Because they would like.
Wow.
And then the one time, and I'll tell you why I stopped doing
You
it.
were just trying to keep people
I'll
hydrated.
tell you why I stopped doing it. I read about
I
this
threw
guy
it
in the
at this
paper the next
guy,
day.
and it missed him by like a cunt hair. And then
Yeah.
I was like, my brother was like, "Yo, dude," he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then that's when I realized like he would have been injured, and it would have like knocked him over. And then I was just like I never hit anybody. I used to throw like here's another thing. I would throw glass bottles at stop signs. Like we'd be driving, I'd be like, "Oh fucking!" I was drunk half the time we were driving around.
Yeah.
I stopped doing it.
beer bottle or two at a stop sign.
Yes, of course. I grew up in fucking Bushkill. We drove around on back roads getting high and drinking.
Yeah.
That wasn't responsible. You
Like
think
you
anything
do.
else was?
Like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, well.
I don't
Boys will
condone
be
it.
boys, won't they, Michael?
Yeah. I mean, we used to yell at people all the time. That was one of my favorite things. And I'll never forget. It was the funniest shit ever. We would just yell at people, and we had rules like you couldn't yell at old people, and you couldn't yell at kids, but everyone else was fair game. So it was raining out, and we pull up to the stop sign, and we were in Hazelton. We actually got underage drinking that weekend. We were in Hazelton, and
Classic.
we're already drinking on the way up, and we pull up, and there's this guy, and he's got an umbrella, and he's holding it with his wife, and my buddy rolls the window down, and he goes, "Hey," and like we're at a stoplight, so this all has to time correctly, and I'm like, "Oh man," and the guy goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "I have a question for you." And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "You beat your wife with that umbrella because she's so ugly?" That's terrible. And then the light turned green. He goes, "What'd you say?" And then we drove off.
You have to time that right.
Yeah, I used to love yelling at
If you did
people,
that at,
telling
like,
people
one
to
of-
fuck off.
Yep. Do you think like you drove away and she's like, "What did they say?" And he'd
No,
be like,
dude, we
he'd be
were
like, "Nothing. They were right."
he hit her.
yeah, he knocks her out.
you.
I told you. They
Yeah.
Yeah,
turned
but
out.
you could fuck that up real badly. Like every day on my commute, like I drive down Broad Street the whole way and back
Yeah.
on them, right? And there's a light, a few of them really. One at like Linden Street, I think. And fucking no, maybe not Linden. That's not so bad. The next one up's like New Street or whatever.
Yeah, where the
Bro.
7-Eleven is.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody coming.
Yeah.
But you're sitting there for a minute and a half at a red light for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Now you pull that shit at that stoplight.
Yeah.
And it's wrong timing, and you just hit the beginning of that
Yeah.
cycle. Homeboy's coming to your door.
you gotta
he's
wait
gonna
a-
start beating you with the.
You gotta wait a minute and 15 seconds
Yeah.
before you start talking trash.
Yeah, exactly.
We would also just roll up on people that were just, would slow down and be like, "Hey, fuck you." I remember one time there was a guy dressed as Santa on 512, and I was in my brother.
Oh, he's fucking asking.
My
for
brother
it.
just got
Loser.
my brother just got the it was the
Loser.
GTI
Loser.
the Volkswagen. It was all
Yeah.
black. It was the first time I was in. It had like the sunroof or whatever. So
Yeah.
we pull up, and I'm in the back, and I start getting up. My brother's like, "What are you doing?" And this guy's just fucking waving a bell, and kids are waving, and I get out the fucking roof. and
How
my bro-
old were you at this point? You think?
maybe anywhere between 17 and 20.
7 and 8-year-old. Got it.
7 and 8 year olds are yelling, "Oh, it's Santa!" And there's
so
like
did you show-
kids enjoying the moment, and
Showed
we
him your
pull
dick?
up. I wish. And I got up out of the car and I just go, "Hey." I go, "Hey, Santa." And he looks over at me and I just go, "You fucking Nazi." I go, "Fuck you." My brother goes, "What are you doing?" And he just went through the red light. The kid with us, I was probably 21 because we were going to get wings or something.
Oh, you're probably going to the.
We were going
the
to
Hecktown.
Probably going to
no,
frickin'
512.
512.
Followed out.
512.
What's the beer? The wing place in Bethlehem. The beer,
Fucking-
the brewery.
Not Wellahan's.
Nope.
No.
Fucking.
Brewworks, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not 512 though.
I thought you were talking about going to Allentown, going to Rookies.
I
Back
loved
in the
going to
day.
Rookies.
Whoa.
The wings.
Whoa.
They're like, yeah, you can have these little tiny wings for, what was it like?
$7, $8
It
bucks.
was so,
all
it
you
was
can
so
eat.
cheap. Man.
Yeah. They definitely were losing money.
Starters, the original one, not the Riverport, but the one on 378 there.
The one where they
had
found the
ring
baby
nights,
in the
they
toilet.
Likely.
Yeah.
Likely. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was
that's
allegedly. I feel like that baby was hiding.
I feel like
You know what I mean?
that baby had plans of his own.
Yeah, that baby was like, nah. It was like Stewie. You know what I mean?
We're living in a progressive society.
Yeah,
man.
that baby was
just
hiding.
came out and he
Probably
already
the
had
baby
his
was probably
mind
hiding
made
from
up.
his mom because he's like,
Yeah.
I know she's gonna be a piece of shit. So
And she might have been coming back
yeah,
for him.
yeah. What if she just wanted a beer or two?
I did my
Yeah.
best.
And a little bit of wings. That baby was being a piece of trash.
I've already thrown up in a
Time out.
bathroom or
Nobody ever heard of timeout?
been
I
drunk and
yeah.
kicked the stall door off or
Have you?
just yeah, oh yeah.
I used to do a thing back in the
Or
day.
pissed on the floor and went back to the bar and
All
was
right,
like,
so
"Ugh." I never
I'm gonna
pushed a baby out.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like, "I got
tell
a
you-
beer."
I'm gonna tell you guys something that I've never told anybody before. And
Yes.
this is something that me and my
This is the stuff that I come here for.
This is something that me and my boys used to do back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like this maybe 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
and you point the finger at me. You probably did some shitty
What did you
stuff,
do? Like
dude.
poop long
From
ways?
probably from 16 to 22, you were a fucking asshole.
First of all, everyone, First of all, everyone calm
Yeah,
down.
you're saying he looks like a litter bug, but to
Yeah.
He does look like a litter
us,
bug.
you
Meanwhile,
look like
yeah,
you were a
you'd
real
shit on. You were
rascal.
probably shitting on porches.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a good survey. No, so we used to go to we used to go to the casino a lot. You guys may have heard of it. And
Sands?
Yeah,
the Sands
before
Casino
Wind
before
Creek.
it was Wind Creek.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
R.I.P.
that was only
Rest in
recently.
power.
R.I.P.
Rest in power.
Rest in power, baby. So, anyway, hear that sound? Metal sound.
Yep. Rap.
So we used to go to this casino, like, whatever. We knew a couple of bartenders, had a good time. Like, well, we gambled, but, like, I just, whatever.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I drank. So we would always, like, go to the bathroom. Someone would be like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. And if one or two of the guys went, I know who they were, I'd be like, yeah, me too. So we would, like, it sounds weird.
No,
it starts
not at
off
all.
weird. So we'd go to the bathroom, right?
It's pretty normal
And
from what
I
I've
love
experienced.
it.
there's
I
like
love a yellow shower party.
Nate
there's like
following two
15
dudes to the bathroom.
There's like 15 stalls, right? And
Yeah.
let's say they're all empty. There's 27 Asian guys, cleaning fish
Whoa,
and
whoa,
shit.
whoa, whoa.
Like in the whatever we're
Yeah.
like, all right, we're just gonna go to the bathroom.
Whoa, stop the
Ignore
clock.
them. Ignore
No.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm wrong.
That
just-
100% happened. I have horror stories.
Yeah,
My,
like I'm
my brother
lying.
did the plumbing there.
Yeah.
And he's like, people were bathing in the toilet.
You wouldn't know how many fish scales we found in these things.
Yeah.
So
Orange peels, newspapers.
So imagine a wall of like 15 urinals, right?
Yes.
And then my one buddy, who I'm not even gonna say who he is.
Why
so-
not?
Yeah, he's he's CPA. He's a good guy. It doesn't matter. He
got a
wouldn't. He wouldn't.
reputation.
Yeah, he wouldn't give a shit anyways.
Tom Wolfe.
Yeah. He's a governor, and he shut this country down. And we would like go, and he would go to a urinal like first, and I would always wait till like see where he goes, and then you're that guy is like, all right. And there's 15 empty urinals, and then you would go right next to him, like in the urinal. And as soon as he starts pissing, I would start pissing, and then I would rotate to my left and just start pissing on his shoe, like as he's pissing, and I would just let it ride for as long as possible. And he's like, oh, but he's still dancing around, and he can't stop because he's pissing, and there's nothing he can do about it. So I'm just literally pissing on his shoe the whole entire time.
Yeah.
And we did this for a solid 3-year stint.
Like he would get you back for doing it.
Yeah,
How
and we
many
would just.
pairs of shoes did you guys end up going through?
I'm still wearing them.
Let me get a
Those
sniff.
look fresh. What do you use?
Water.
Urine.
Water when it rains.
Real hot water.
Real hot water.
I peed on my buddy once.
Yeah, it's and you know what? Like when
He goes, "What the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing?" I go,
When you
shut
I
up.
pee in the shower.
Yeah, when you say that to other people, they're like, "You're sick."
Yeah.
But if you guys were drunk and you saw your buddy
I don't think
in a
it's sick.
urinal
It's a joke. I love
and
it.
you started pissing on his shoe, you
love
would hysterically laugh.
I've definitely done shit like that where my buddy would be in we would both be in the
funny shit.
shitters.
Yeah.
The shitters, and I knew it was his shoe, and we'd
Yeah.
start pissing, and if we had baseball games
Dude,
and shit
yeah.
like that.
Because imagine
I
like
love a good piss
when
on a
you're-
buddy.
When you're mid piss and someone catches you off guard and starts pissing on your shoe, you can't stop pissing. Like
no.
so you're just dancing
No,
around
it's- yeah.
like an idiot. And then another thing I used to do, like
He was so mad. You
Feel so
pissed on me.
vulnerable.
yeah, we used to go to Sheets like all the time. Like we would drink, we'd go to Pigpen back in the day, right? And then go to Sheets on our way home because we all live up in Walnutport area. So we go to the Sheets on 145, and somebody would always go to the bathroom, and I would always see who went to the bathroom, and then I would follow them. I would order my food and follow them, and I would grab the bar like at the not the urinal but like the toilet.
Yeah.
And I would grab the bar and like monkey swing and drop kick them into the wall, like as they're pissing with like their hands on their dick.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they could do. And so my buddy would be like, "Hey, what do you?" And then you just double foot kick them in the back, and they would just like face plant into the wall. And it's the funniest thing in the world.
You guys.
Yeah. It was mostly just me because nobody really
I
ever.
had 3 brothers.
No
so,
one ever got me back for that. So,
like that kind of shit.
was fun.
It was always fucking with people.
are you
doing
the?
that.
Where are you at in the age group?
I have an older brother, Henry. Then I have a brother, Richard. We're 11 months apart, Irish twins, and then I have a little brother. So I guess the middle, but I don't know. We're the same
How
age.
old's your little brother, different age difference, and your oldest.
My oldest brother, I think, is 40, or no, maybe almost 50.
That'd probably be a better thing to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe-
I don't know any of
maybe
their
brush up
ages.
on
The
your
only ones I
family
know
history
is
there, bub.
the only one I know is Richard because we're both we're both the same age. Like we'll both be 39. Like he just turned 41 in April.
Yeah.
But I only know that because our birthdays are so close. My other brother's birthdays are in November. I think Henry's maybe 50, and then Roger's probably. How old are you?
33.
Old enough to party.
Roger's probably.
You're goddamn right.
Roger's probably 35, 36, maybe.
Got this salt and pepper thing going on
does.
for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, he does.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 35 in I don't know, May 20,
So Roger
May
might
27th.
be.
May
You're
27th.
doing good. You don't
You might be
really
the
have
same age as Roger.
I got a lot of this white fucking
Wait, how old are you?
33.
It's 46.
I got some stress, I guess.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I even got it in my pubes, dude. They're great, too.
Hey,
Prove it.
Yeah, just here and there. Just here and there. Hey. I come here to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Ain't no shame. Really don't have any. Who would care if I did?
Do you feel like, after all, I continually see you looking at your phone as if we're holding you up?
No, not at all. I was
As if
checking
you have better
times.
things
I think
to
we're
do.
at like almost 2 hours at this
No,
point.
I was
2.5, 3
the,
hours.
The timer went off, and then I reset it.
Nobody's
So
gonna listen anyway.
there's 5 minutes
So-
left.
He's mentioned it before. The only
So
people
if
that
we're
listen is
gonna-
like you and me to
Yeah.
the podcast.
So in closing, Michael,
Yeah.
is this closing?
Yes, he's
Do you-
closing the show.
Fuck.
do you feel like you're a Yoccos guy?
100%. I said it before. When you came on last, I texted you.
And I came on.
And I was like, I said, yeah. I said, it's a different hot dog. Everyone's used to Potsy's, and it's not a Potsy's hot dog. But that's what I like about it is it's not a Potsy's hot dog.
Right.
The hot dogs, it's structured different. It's in between. It's in between. Like it's not on a flat top,
Yeah. It's not a sandwich.
and it's not boiled. It's almost steamed. I don't know how they make them.
Yeah, I think they steam the buns.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Well, the other thing too is it's like Potsy's is what makes the Yoccos dog is being wrapped up and being in the bag
being
and then
like-
taking it.
right.
The cheese melts.
yeah, being like crushed.
Yeah,
and
like Potsy's is
Yeah,
on the
totally
flat top.
different.
And what I've noticed too with Potsy's is they do it on aluminum foil.
Yes.
To save not having to clean the flat top, but that changes the taste of the hot dog because I've already put aluminum foil on the grill.
Also gives you cancer.
The aluminum. Well, what is it? Tin foil. They
Aluminum.
use.
It's aluminum.
they're actually cooking
aluminum.
it on sheets of aluminum.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Which is
So
has been known
I put
to be a bad
I
thing
put
for the
I put
humans.
tin foil. I don't
they use
use
a-
aluminum. I use tin foil.
They use a break
My
to
mother
wrap.
has a
They use a break to
55-gallon
wrap
drum
these
from
up.
the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going through it.
Yep.
I love
They
their
throw a
hot
little.
dog.
They throw a little talcum powder on there.
I would like to know how they make it. I think that their hot dog is custom. I think they make their own blend.
So you think they struck a deal up with a hot dog consortium?
No, well, you can get that done. You can get your own hot dog blends from a butcher. You can also do that with hamburger, where you can go to a butcher and be like, "Hey, I want 35% pork.
Right.
I want this. I want that." So when you have a hot dog business like that, like I think
3%
like Potsy's. Well, I would
What?
do 99% semen in there.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
This hot dog's really white.
I don't mind a white hot dog, but I mean, I think
1%
Potsy's probably
sausage.
has their own mixture.
Yeah, it's called Nathan's Hot Dogs.
No, they use Burke's.
No,
But
well, now
you-
you just gave it away.
But you can pick your percentages that go in there. You work with the purveyor, and they're making you special hot dogs because you're buying it in large bulk. So I think I like it. I like the taste of the hot dog. It's a little salty, but their fucking mustard, onions, and all that, their ratios, they have it down. And their chili, their chili's fucking good. It's good fucking chili. I don't think it is repurposed fucking hot dogs. I just think they have a simple, basic. There's a specific way to make hot dog chili, and it's ground fine like they do. I love
Yes.
hot dogs.
I love hot dogs. So much.
There's no Mountain Dew in it.
It goes time.
Yeah, I
I'm,
don't-
I'm telling you, that is somebody that I know who used to work there.
What's
way
your name?
back. His name is David.
Oh,
His name is David. Used to work there.
David
says that
Iacocca.
one of the secrets to the sauce.
Yeah, but see, I heard that they.
Looking at you, camera people.
What would the Mountain Dew do?
I heard
I mean,
What
it
would
would
it
there'd
do?
be so many extreme people if that was true.
Well, there's a lot of
There'd be so many snowboarders.
A lot of Kyles,
There'd be so many more people.
Motocross.
Yes, motocross
There
out
are
the
several
ass.
elements to what
Yeah.
Mountain Dew can add to
Yeah.
your life and lifestyle.
I had to
Yeah.
stop drinking it. I worked
fantastic.
at Martin Guitar when I was 20, and like I just hammered fucking Mountain Dew constantly.
They just kicked you out because you're just doing riffs.
Yeah, they're like, you're wrecking everything. And I was like, yeah, right, man.
You know what? These guitars are really good for breaking. Slamming them around.
Oh yeah, that was right around when Stain dropped. I used to sit in my car and slam Mountain Dews and make myself depressed.
Yeah.
Stain.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, Aaron Lewis though. I've seen Aaron Lewis. I've seen Aaron Lewis twice.
Every
like,
time he comes
solo.
through, Shivey always says, "Hey man, you need to go. I'll
You
pay
should.
for your ticket." He gets a free ticket, never brings me.
Yeah. You
I
really
would go see Aaron.
Yeah.
I watched the
It'd be a
video of
good
him
time.
throw a hissy fit.
I'd hammer fucking
Yeah.
He threw a
Budweiser.
hissy fit because somebody was like talking, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Guys, don't shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna keep playing."
Yeah.
Puddle of
didn't-
Mud.
Other,
He's done
yeah.
that.
Otherwise,
I love Puddle of
But
Mud.
they didn't shut up.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
otherwise,
I love Puddle of
he's
Mud.
great. He's great live. I've seen him twice.
"Yeah,
now.
I know."
I love Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, I bet you do. You're like, yeah, you know what we're gonna do?
Hey, they had that.
We're gonna
album,
drive
man.
across Pennsylvania. We're gonna listen to Puddle of Mud. We're gonna find a hot dog.
I have a question to
What's your
wrap this
favorite
up
song?
with.
Is it Blurry?
Yeah.
We will each answer this, and then we'll end it.
man.
When life returns back to normal,
Yes.
and we can go into a bar and have a beer, what would be the song you would play on the jukebox?
Can I answer this first?
Yeah.
Can I answer? Can I answer? Can I answer?
Oh, yeah, I'm on blank right now. dude. Like,
Can
my
I
eyes
answer
are like,
what I'm gonna do? Like,
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Pick the bar. Your
I'm doing
meal.
specific everything.
This is just like we're getting out of prison. I'm gonna fucking.
I'm going
eat
to
pussy and fucking go
Yeah.
get a shot of Jack.
Yeah. Skip that
That's
first
what I'm
part.
doing.
Wait,
with
what are you
COVID.
doing first? The pussy or the jack?
COVID's over.
Yeah.
I'm eating pussy.
I'm
drinking
I'm
Jack
pouring
fucking
the
Daniels.
I'm pouring the Jack
Yeah, but
right
it's like, I've
down
never
there,
tried
and then I'm
that
gonna
before.
drink it out.
You ever
I'm gonna
put
do
Jack
something
on a
I've never
cooter?
done before.
That's called the cooter shot.
Yeah, cooter shots.
Wow.
All right, I'm sorry. Go on.
It's a juder.
All right.
What's the song? Because I'm having.
So
trouble
I would
with
go
that.
to, and no judgment free zone.
Yeah.
I would go to Steel Pub because this is where me and my boys have been going recently, and it's a fun
What's
time.
the Steel Pub? Is that
the one
underneath
that's
the Brew
connected
Works?
to the ice rink? Yeah.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
been there. I dropped
Oh,
towels off there.
Ton of fun. It's nice because it's like very open.
They put the soccer on outside for the World
Yeah,
Cup.
yes. It's nice because it's very open. They have the biggest outdoor patio, so like in the summer, it's really cool.
Yeah.
They always do live bands. So
I feel
always
like
like,
there's good-looking girls that go there.
yeah, it's not bad. There's always like rock bands and shit like that, which is cool.
Yeah, Puddle
yeah.
of
If you're into
Mud.
hockey, you know, you can watch a little hockey because they got the thing there. But whatever.
Do they have like just games that going on there?
Yeah, they do like there's always like beer leagues and,
Yeah.
and shit like that going on. So you can hang out there and watch hockey.
Yeah.
But so I go to Steel Pub and we like it just because it's very open. Like
I
you're
love
not
an
like
open bar.
you're not like crammed in. So I'm going to Steel Pub, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing probably just
An
to
8-ball.
just to, yeah, just to get it rolling. I'm probably doing a shot
Just
of
to start it off easy.
and I,
Doing an 8-ball
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
car.
We'll get a little.
we're starting my car. We're shotgunning a
Sucker
beer.
running
Yeah,
down.
no. So I'm going in there, right? I'm either talking to the boys. I'm like, what are we doing? All right. Everyone says something. All right, awesome. 5 fireballs. We're gonna-
Ooh, I love Fireball.
We're gonna do Fireball. I don't care what anybody else order. We're doing Fireballs.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Miller
Love
Lite.
Ooh.
I'm getting a Miller Lite draft. And I'm playing.
If you like Miller Lite,
rich for
what do you
my
think about
blood.
hams?
I like him. It's not bad.
Great. $17.
And I'm playing Rihanna Lemon.
What's Rihanna Lemon?
Like Lemon, you know, the or the remix with Drake, whichever you will. I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Play it. Put it in the mic.
You know it's gonna get bumped off YouTube as soon as you play that song.
Just play it to yourself.
NERD and Lemon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just play it to yourself.
He's old interneting. He's got
No, there's ads, guys.
a few years.
There's ads.
There's that. There's an actual 2-minute ad.
Don't do more than 10 seconds there,
Don't do more than
boss.
10
You're
seconds.
gonna get pulled off this fucking. Yeah, that's enough.
Cut
This
it.
song
Cut it.
sucks.
Cut it.
That song sucks. You're gonna play that song?
Hell yeah.
Yo,
And
you're past 10
Is there a
seconds.
hook?
Get off that song. You're going to get pulled.
well, we could cut it. We'll cut that part.
No, it doesn't cut it if
Definitely
it's
gonna have to.
if he runs it through that speaker and it's
Yeah.
through, but if it's background noise.
And the only reason I would
Yeah, it
play
could've
that,
been a ringtone.
the only
Yeah.
reason I would play that is because there's like just a.
It doesn't seem like there's a hook to that.
No,
Song.
there's just like a personal thing behind it. It was like me and a bunch of my buddies were playing it one time, joking. That was the song of last summer.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would play it.
Trying to get back into that
Just to, like, get it-
mode. Like,
yeah.
oh, guys,
Yeah.
remember when we used to turn up to this Rihanna song?
Like we'd be
We were so fucking masculine
we'd be
and shit, you know? Like,
we'd be
drinking
poolside
our fucking
chugging
Miller
twisted
Lights.
teas out of
I love it.
flamingos.
I'm in. Yes.
This was
I'm into
before
it.
White Claws hit.
Yeah.
Last year was when White Claws came
Well,
on
we
the
were
scene.
drinking the Natter Days out of flamingos.
Oh, I love Natter
We were
Days.
doing the
I forgot
flamingo,
about it. I can't wait till
flamingo
summer.
bongs. You know, like they had the
No,
flamingos.
what are flamingo bombs?
They had a flamingo with a hole. It was like
you
a
order them?
Natter Days was selling them. It was a flamingo with like a hole in the end of the neck, and then you poured the Natter Day in, and it was a shaped flamingo. You do a beer bong.
I think for my song and location, it's probably going to be a strip club. 'Cause I don't really like bars. It's boring. I got to listen to people's music that usually sucks.
What strip club?
$14.
That's the one. Get it.
So
Hanging up on your wall.
if if they would open up Spanky's in Easton after this,
Yeah.
I'd probably bounce my ass up in there and be like, "Hey, it's been a while."
You would play It's Been a While
what
by
song?
Stained.
No,
No, they're like, dance to this.
Been a while.
Dance to this.
She's
Very
crying.
Been a
that
while.
is a good runner-up, though. I didn't even think of that. I was thinking either like the boys are back in town,
I was in
The boys are back in town. Yeah, that's a good one.
or just like Tootsie Roll by Luke.
Yeah, too.
Say
Tootsie
nothing
Roll.
but booty shaking. Fuck,
Yeah.
you know,
Give me some of
just-
that Tootsie Roll.
You know, because I really
Yeah.
don't care what song it is if you're at the strip club. It's
Yeah.
time to turn up after
Little
all this
BBW
crap.
dancing on you.
Yeah, that's probably like B or C team. Maybe like Monday afternoon.
You going in there getting that B squad?
Oh, dude,
Maybe on a Wednesday night.
B and C squad all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the ringers that come in on like Thursday through Saturday night.
Yeah,
They
it
come
turns
in
out
from out of
you
town.
show up at Celebrity Night, Flower Box, dancing in a speedo,
Yes.
a little tassel,
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
lemons
Been there.
playing.
No, but I don't know. When all this is done, honestly, the bar is. I feel like this is good because it's going to change people.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, we're going to have a fucking mad rush of people that are going to go back to the normal things that they've been like craving for
Yeah.
so long, their normalcy or whatever. But I feel like people are going to learn from this and they're going to maybe not go right back to that crap. Like maybe they discovered something good for themselves over this time.
I definitely
all-
realized how much money I've been wasting.
Yeah, like that, you know.
I'm like, man, you sure ate out a lot, huh?
But I wonder how it will affect some of the more luxury entertainment businesses. You know what I mean? See how
Yeah.
people
I would agree
see where
with that,
people
yeah.
start placing their money.
It's
They're like,
gotta be
"Shit,
where your
man,
age is,
I was
too.
home
If you're
for
in your
6
20s,
weeks and
all
I
you're gonna do is
saved
wanna go
fucking
back.
I saved a shit ton of money, yeah.
$1,400 because I didn't
maybe
go
I
to
do.
this place,
Yeah,
that place.
maybe I don't need to buy shots for the whole entire bar
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night.
And then say
Or-
Sunday, why did I do that?
Hell, what was I
Dude,
doing?
Not even just the whole like buying shots for people. Buying shots for yourself gets fucking expensive.
Yeah, it really does.
$6,
Yep.
$8, $12.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Listen, it's a lot cheaper to buy a case of Miller High Lives.
Yeah, I love High Life bottles
You know?
and these hams, dude. It's $17.50 for fucking 30.
That's what High Life bottles are.
A lot cheaper.
It's around
for me to
17
just
bucks.
Buy
Yeah.
a little bit of pot and just kind of
There you
hang
go.
out and
I like
you know,
mixing
smoke
both.
a little bit here and there, and it's like, all right,
Um,
this stuff.
My welcome back scenario is the American Hotel and Crash Test Dummies.
I can actually arrange that for you.
No, I think what I would do is I'm going to say I would have a couple beers down here.
Yeah.
And then with a couple friends, and then when we realize like nobody's driving home and people are crashing here,
Yeah.
it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, let's
set it up.
let's get
People-
high.
the
All
real-
right, well, people aren't driving. Okay,
Yeah.
so then
the real
so then
drinkers are coming out.
So then a couple people be like, whatever. We don't. Anyone who's down here, you want to get fucked up. I'll get fucked up with you. If everyone's gonna leave, I'll go to bed early. But if
Yeah.
one person wants to get fucked up and we get out of our gourds and we're sitting here fucking getting high, slamming fucking beers, the TV's all the way up, nobody can hear it,
Yeah.
and there's all like these lights on, and it's just like I love doing that.
Yeah.
So like before all that happens, it usually starts with like, all right, let's get fucked up. And then someone will be like,
A
okay.
gentle rubbing.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we're like, all right, let's have some beers. Have some beers. Maybe a shot.
A little over the pants.
Maybe a shot.
Oh, a little over
You
the
do a
pants
shot
handy.
here.
Yeah.
And
A shot of
then-
what? What would you do a shot of?
I really like Fireball.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
All-
shot.
all
It's
day.
my favorite. I bought the bucket of Fireball.
Yeah, you did.
And then
Yeah.
no one wanted it.
Never
and then
again romance
I
novel.
blacked
Here we
out.
go.
Yeah, here we go.
I blacked out because I kept going, hey, who wants some fucking Fireball?
Dangerous.
And then just kept doing the shooters.
Dangerous
So we would
game.
start down here. Before I go to this place, I like to get fucked up. I like to have a couple drinks. Then I like to get high. Not edibles high, but I can get edibles high. But
One of the fight
Yeah.
recently, man.
Yeah.
You had one, and it was probably about almost 2 hours before
Yes.
the fight had happened that you had ingested it. And at one point, Mike just starts spouting off, "I've had an edible, and it started working."
I have to announce. If I don't announce, I start getting fucked up in my head.
It was
So
great,
if
though, because-
I'm like too fucking high and I think people are staring at me, I'll just go, I'm on an edible and it's kicking in right fucking now and I'm totally fucked up. Then everyone laughs and then I'm like, okay. But
Then
if
you're
I'm
good.
not saying anything, I'll start. And I used to be like that when I was younger. I would be like, oh man, I'm like, is anyone else this high? Who thinks I'm high? Like I don't like the mind games. So
Pat-
I like to just put it out there.
It's
like,
a country singer, Pat Garrett, off of Route 78, looking at me right now.
yes.
You got to remember one thing. There's not an issue until someone says there's an issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
So,
it's for my
shut the
my
fuck
com-
up and let it ride.
But
man.
but that's how I like to
Great
let it
point.
ride. I like to
Well,
set my compass.
dude.
I like to just go. I'm fucked up.
We loved
I
it.
was high with Jared the other night, and we were sitting there, and he goes, we just start talking. And I go, before we go any further, I'd like to make it perfectly clear. But for the next hour, I'm on the moon. And then they just start laughing, and I'm like, that's how high I am.
Yeah.
You got an hour.
would-
You got an hour before I start
would-
coming down.
I would laugh at that.
I think
But it's
100%.
fun. It
No.
sets the tone. It
You were
sets the
trying to
tone.
get the fight started on the remote that
Yeah,
night.
see, that's the
I
other thing
am
too.
on the
He
moon.
had just gone from like
Somebody
hey guys,
start-
hey, welcome, you know, yeah, eat some
It's
food."
crazy.
Like,
It's
oh,
crazy.
Fuck.
I said
And he's just
I
gone. He's
have
wiped.
people down here, and all of a sudden nobody knows how to work an Amazon Fire Stick,
Yep.
and they hand it to me. I'm like, who the fuck also doesn't own a TV? Like, why am I like? Somebody keeps going, hey, this is skipping, and then the one party I had it, and I just go, no one here has a Fire Stick. No one here knows you can't hit the back button. There's 4 fucking buttons on the controller, and you can't fucking tell me what they do. It's 20 fucking 20, and everyone here is over 30. Fix the fucking TV. So I'd have a couple drinks,
We're back. Yeah, we're
and
back.
then I would say to
Ladies and
everybody,
gentlemen, we've had a short
Ladies
pause.
and
we'd get high. We'd get high.
Gentlemen,
We are back.
Everybody's in a good fucking
DJ
place,
Ripnuts, the DJ Sweet Beats.
and I'd say, hey man,
Sweet beats.
let's walk over to the townhouse.
Yeah.
And they're like, you want to go over? And then everyone's like, all right. And if you time it correctly and the correct people are there, you can go in there and there's just a hodgepodge of fucking somebody who came in for drinks and they're enjoying the music, so they're staying, but they're passerbyers. Then you have your people who live there.
Right.
That are on the main part of the bar, which I don't mind. Some of them I enjoy seeing there. You know they're there, so like I'll go see this person there.
And we're going to see Rick R.
Yes. And
He's
then
great.
There's the lighting in there is
Go,
awesome.
Ricker.
I've been bar hopping in Philly, and there's bars in Philly who try to look how the townhouse naturally looks.
Right.
Like they're like, oh, we'll
Shitty.
get old Milwaukee
Yeah.
lights, and I'm like, well, Twazi has all this. I'm like, you guys are charging me all this money to come here.
Plus, you're charging me $7 for a beer.
Yeah. So, and sometimes there's a good looking bartender. I prefer the good looking bartender, but I also don't mind when Twazi is there because it's the owner. You
Yeah.
bullshit.
What's his name?
Twazi.
Oh.
And then
No, I meant the good-looking bartender.
Twazi.
Yeah.
So then his jukebox is all the way up,
Yeah.
all the time. You don't have to say,
Hey,
turn it
turn it
up.
up.
You don't have to say it's not at a medium.
Yeah.
It's up. It might not be all the way up.
I li-
but it's
yeah,
loud.
but it's loud.
It's loud. So if you put on a
I
song,
like a loud, you can hear it.
Yeah.
you're not asking, hey, like if you're at the Holy Family Club, hey guys, I put $25 in and I was wondering if you could turn the music up a little bit. No.
Yeah. Also,
Can I have my money back?
Could I have my
No.
$25 back?
So what I would like to sometimes when I go there, I'll feed money into the jukebox and I'll fucking just playlist. I'll make a fucking playlist.
Sure.
And then we'll sit in the back fucking corner, and then you got fucking the death metal kid who's starting a fucking Norwegian death metal band. You got this fucking guy over here. You got two fucking lesbians. You got the shifty fucking bartender. Then you almost got a fight fucking brewing.
Yeah.
And you sit in the back, and it literally comes off as if you're in Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, or like those style movies.
You let
the
world
lights are
burn.
all red.
Let it burn.
Yeah.
You
It's,
just you let that playlist.
You got the guy who's like, "Hey man, you play Quates?"
and then I'll just get into some. Yes, you get that too. And then, but they don't have Quates there. They kind of moved the area, and it's not. He's slowly redoing the place. He just redid the floor. He's probably redoing the bar now.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a dive bar, but he's taken care of it over the years.
Yeah.
So it's like people in there, hey, one shot. So I miss walking over there because sometimes if I'm stressed, I'll just go over to the fucking townhouse and just get high, walk over there, have a fucking Corona and a shot, fucking bullshit with some people and leave.
We can't have a Corona anymore.
I have it. I didn't. I was gonna tell you after the show. Yeah. So I would do. I would do a shot and a beer. I would I would do a High Life bottle.
Yeah.
I would do the fucking the shot of
Class A choice.
cinnamon Fireball.
Fireball.
And I would probably
As
fucking.
opposed to what?
I would start. Well, sometimes I don't know. I like
I
gin.
don't think they
love
make
gin.
any other
like gin?
Fireball.
Yeah, I
though.
love gin.
Do you?
There's probably other cinnamon stuff. You just fucking don't know any jerk.
Aftershock.
Yes, there you go. And I would
the
start
crystals
I
in
would
it.
start my playlist off because when I'm in that atmosphere, you have to cater to the crowd. You can't go in there and sometimes I'll do it.
You can't play whatever the hell you,
can't
want.
go in
like,
there
you gotta
and
feel
start it
Yeah.
off with boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Let me hear you say way oh, way oh. And I'm just like, yeah. And then there's like three. You know what we came here to do. Yeah. Then there's like three pagans off in the corner, like kind of shuffling around. Like we could kill them.
Yeah.
Bury them out back.
We'll do it.
So I like to
knuckles, putting the rings on.
I like to read that crowd, and I'm gonna
bust the
I'm gonna
ball
start
to
it
the
with
ass.
I'm gonna start it with Freebird.
Yeah.
That's the slow fucking bleed,
okay.
loud into it, build up, and then I'll build my playlist after Freebird, move into some other stuff,
Like
and then
what?
slowly. I don't even know what you would transition after Freebird.
I'm thinking, give me
You
three
go to ZZ
steps.
Top.
Give me three steps.
Give me
is-
three
give
steps
me three
is a
steps is
perfect
good,
6
yeah.
foot
Yeah.
kind of analogy. Like back
Yeah.
the fuck up,
Yeah.
Buster.
And
can
then
Buster.
after Give Me 3 Steps, you could transition.
You could do ZZ Top,
Well,
Well,
Lagrange.
where you trying to go? You trying to go rock and roll? You trying to go?
Yeah, I would breathe
Or
into
you
more
trying to-
rock and roll, and then I
or
would
you trying
kind of
to
go
get
from
into,
rock
like,
and roll, then I'd slowly bleed into
I'm
Limp
thinking
Bizkit.
not even just that. Like you gotta have a.
I feel like from Give Me 3 Steps, you could transition into like something else. If it's done tastefully.
what, like Dreams by Fleetwood Mac,
No. I don't know yet.
or like Eastbound and Down.
But see, that's
Loaded
what.
up and trucking.
But I'll get
We're
high.
gonna do what they say can't be done.
But I'll get high and play music
got
at a
long
bar.
way to go.
Have you ever
Short
done
time
that?
to get there.
Have you ever just gotten high at a bar and tried to
Well, no,
change
they
the?
yell at me every fucking
But
time.
have you
I try
ever
and
like
smoke weed in
tried
the
to
bar.
change
I
the
don't get
mood
it.
of the place
Yeah.
by the music and the
Yeah.
jukebox? It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I've done it
So
completely.
much fun.
I used
And
to
you
do it
thi-
at TikTok
Yeah.
all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You think it's fun and you like change it and we're like, so then it's like me and like 10 people I'm with in the corner be like, yeah, we love this song. And then the whole bar's like, who is playing this
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why DJs like myself
Yeah.
don't
Allegedly.
we try to not to take requests.
Yeah, you don't
because
take
people come in and they fuck up the whole vibe. They're like,
Play
"Do
P.
you
Diddy.
have
Play P.
Always
Diddy.
Believe by the Jonas Brothers?" And it's
You know
like,
what?
no, I don't.
You know what you could
No,
play that a
don't
lot
have
of people. I think it's underrated and like you would be questionable about playing it, but people would love it. You could play Old Thing Back.
Old Thing Back is good.
That gets a lot of people going.
You mean like Matoma? That track with Biggie and whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is.
You could
No, I used to always drop that. in
you
my
can
set.
pull a lot of people from all over with Old Thing Back.
Old Thing Back's great, and then you can bounce that tempo into a lot of cool stuff. Like, and then you can have yourself a 90s
Right.
spin-off
Yes.
showcase,
Right.
And just
I'll keep it at
people
80
love that.
sometimes, and I'll just crank like obscure shit that people hear it and they're like, oh.
she's a maniac.
I guess you could do that. You know what I will do is when I could control it from here and at the American. Is sometimes I would sit down here and you could get your jukebox thing, and I'll play Dionne
You would just
Warwick.
play.
Yeah, I would play Dionne Warwick. That's what friends are for. I would get into like really slow, depressing
Endless
stuff because
Love.
Twazi doesn't turn it down.
Yeah.
So I know, and I would just laugh, and then fucking would just play the worst shit ever from here. I would do it at the American too because they play it pretty loud over there when he's not DJing. I don't even know what they're doing.
If
down
you
there
be
anymore.
my bodyguard,
Oh.
I can be your long
I don't mind
lost
that.
I
pal.
would. Yeah,
See,
I'd
but
be into that.
that's a good start to a playlist. You get into some fucking.
I play.
Yeah.
I play Talking Heads. if
I like
had to.
Talking
Yeah.
Heads.
That's cool.
Talking Heads is good
Yeah.
too. But you can
This must be the place, you know.
you
gotta
can
play a
have
little
like
bit
I
of that.
love like just hammering out and just being so high and then sitting there and someone being like, "This who's playing all this? This is great."
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
something I love about someone being like, "Yo, who played this song?"
Yeah.
and then
I
being
never
like,
take
yeah, this one, you're
credit.
like, yeah, good, yeah, nice.
I'm
but
usually-
you gotta feel out how they say it. They're like,
Yeah.
who's the asshole that played the song?
dead man that
and
knew
then
what
you're
the song
yeah, and then
said?
you're like, yeah, no, it was definitely Fauerbach. He
Every
definitely
time-
played that.
What about it? It was me. I played that
Yeah.
song.
Every time like I have an opportunity to take credit like
think
that,
that.
I usually like hide my face with my raincoat and I dip out the back door.
How could he see me? Whether it's good or bad,
Who is that mysterious man?
I just don't like being accused of
Was that a
playing.
news
I
reporter?
just don't like being accused of playing. Yes, Michael Fauerbach reporting outside on Nazareth of Main Street, and we've got a slight wind and some weird chiming.
Who's got my lockies?
It's a weird chiming of some old 80s music played by no one knows. A mysterious raincoat-wielding mystery man slipped out the back door, stole a bunch of wings and a couple of mott sticks.
Have you ever stolen food?
No, I'm not
And
a
he ain't
loser.
been home since. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we do it here.
Yeah.
I dined and dashed once. in
bet you have.
Strasbourg.
Did you
really? You've
Yeah.
done that
Yeah.
shit?
Only
at you.
once. It wasn't my idea.
You're like,
it was
"Oh,
in the
I-
middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah, I ordered
We were
way
so-
too much food, so I have to steal the rest of
We
it.
were we were at this kid's house getting fucked up, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Damn sure ate it all first.
we were getting so we weren't 21, so we got fucked up at his house, and he's like, we should go get something to eat, and I'm like, I don't have any money, and he's like, we'll dine and dash, and I'm like, I've never done it.
little
So we
did
went up to
Mike Fauerbach
Strasbourg.
know
We're the
that
only place, only
was in
people in
Strasbourg.
there. We're only people in there. It's us and the waitress and one cook. I'm like, I will have 45 pancakes.
45.
Like it's obvious I'm not paying for any
Can
of
I
this.
be like, I want to do like, as you're telling the story, I want to be like
I
that.
have
I want to be like the
9?
narrator, be like, Michael Fauerbach stepped in the diner, and sure enough,
it was Perkins.
he decided Michael Fauerbach went into Perkins, and
We went
he
across-
thought,
We ate.
am I going to have 45 pancakes?
We ate till
You
we were
bet.
sick, and then my buddy goes, "Okay, we're leaving," and we parked across the street at a gas station. So he went out first,
Fucking brilliant.
and then I was like, he just left me at the table, and the lady came back and was like, "Hey, I'll get the check," and I was like, "Okay." So then I got up, went out, and I just ran like I murdered somebody across the parking lot. Jumped over a crick.
really getting
Yeah, they were probably like, "We knew you weren't paying."
He knew that his buddy
Yeah.
had left him, so he only had two options.
Yeah.
Those pancakes were supposed to be donated
will
to the
he
children's
pay
hospital.
for the 45 pancakes, or
No.
will he jump across a creek?
Jump dude. This is how ghetto
you
it
say
was.
crick?
The
Who
kid
would've thought?
the kid put a fucking
He
napkin
jumped.
over his license plate.
Good thinking.
It immediately came off.
Good
Immediately.
thinking. Good thinking.
All right. This whole segment has turned into a 2-hour thing.
Dude.
I don't know how to close off the rails. We'll do this again.
Michael
To
Fauerbach
close
signing
off the
off.
rails is we're going to have to come back.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
And we'll see you again, and we'll talk about who the fuck knows
No,
out.
no, I like off the rails.
Let's talk about whatever
It's
we
fun.
want.
This was just a really good excuse to get together. I haven't had
Yeah.
social contact
Yeah.
with any, and thanks
Other than
guys
that
for being
barber
so
you hooked
brave.
up with. Thanks for being brave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Thanks.
there's
Thanks
hot
for
dogs,
coming from
dude.
Philly.
Thank
Dude.
you. Thank you for the Yoccos.
Oh,
The Yoccos
don't
party
thank
pack.
me. Thank the Yoccos
The Yoccos
for making
party
the
pack.
best hot dog of all time.
Wow, that's a statement.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Do you guys
Pots,
have anything to
Pots
plug?
hot dogs.
Or don't you want your names on this?
A couple things I'd plug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to I don't think I should.
Scribbles and Drips, Rick's Auto Detail,
There it is.
Never Again Studio.
Yeah, this is one of those things. I'm not really trying to tie the business to things like this.
Man, let's
but,
not plug that. I recently got fired from Scribbles and Drips.
and by recently,
Collecting
I mean,
unemployment.
Collecting unemployment.
turns out they were listening on
You know
my
what?
cell phone this whole time.
You know what? Let's give a shout out to
Yoccos.
Governor Tom Wolf.
Governor Tom Wolf.
I think
thank you for
he's doing a
everything
great
you've
job by keeping everyone indoors and away from making money.
done.
Real talk on a spin-off
Good
of
for
that
him.
because we're being so sarcastic.
Yeah.
Sarcastic.
Yeah.
There are some people that do need to be supported, such as many of you guys know him, Penn Skate, Chris at Penn Skate.
Oh,
Dude, small businesses right now, man, they need it, and he gets by with just whatever. He can't be open. He's got
Yeah.
a gigantic
huge
He was
skate
killing
park.
it too.
and he was
killing
doing
it.
really well, building new ramps and all that stuff for us, and things were on a real upturn. And then it got really windy. I don't know if you guys remember a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I
we
saw
had
his
a
roof
storm.
went off.
It's like 100-foot section of roof on a gigantic warehouse full of wooden ramps that we all love to ride and pay money to do. So the guy he can't seem to catch a break with all this crap. And
Yeah.
that's one that I can think of. If you guys, if you ride a bike, if you scoot, if you skateboard,
can get your parts
if you
there.
you can
Yeah.
get parts and service. He's still open for that stuff.
Back in the
And,
day, man,
you know,
a lot of people don't like it. I'm an inline guy. I still do. My
That's fine,
nephew,
man.
getting into rollerblading.
they still come out.
So I bought another pair of skates, and I'm getting back into it. But I used to Penn skate all the time, man.
I never
Back at the Lehigh Valley Dairy,
Yeah, absolutely.
like the original
Yeah.
Penn skate, man.
I never
Chris-
did the aggressive inlines. I did the speed inlines, but I'll whoop some ass on some skates.
Yeah,
Chris
absolutely.
from
No
way back
problem
then,
with
man.
it.
He was
Chris
a
is
good
the
dude,
man.
and yeah.
And
Cool shit.
Not just Chris alone. I don't mean to say
No,
like he's the
just-
only guy having trouble right
yeah.
now, but he's got a pretty bad spell of luck. And it's like, if you need a sweatshirt that's got Penn Skate on it or any of your skate
Yeah.
brands,
He's
that
got
you like, or
stickers,
whatever.
all that shit.
He's got all the gear. He's got parts for bikes, parts for skateboards. Even if you just
buy stuff.
Just want to buy a DVD, a skate DVD.
Everyone
something
knows
to
you're
keep you
getting that.
occupied
You're getting
while
that
down.
P Trump money.
Whatever.
Buy stuff.
The guy could use a hand, and I think places like him that are we all love to depend on when shit's normal.
Yeah.
Let's get back. Let's get in touch with those people. Let's such as Chris. and
Well,
see if
hopefully
we
he'll
can
be
help
open
him out.
soon because you can golf and go to farmers
That's what I'm
markets.
saying.
Yeah, I would
But
hope
even
so.
still,
Yeah,
Stay
seriously,
inside.
like, yeah.
Golf is open.
You
What?
know?
You can go to Lowe's with 400,000 other
Yeah.
people,
That's the
but you
truth.
can't go to a freaking skate park where you really don't just
Yeah, I was
make
saying
out
to
with
my,
people.
my friend Jared that comes over. You guys probably met him. His son Tucker rides, and they go to Penn Skate quite a bit. And I said to Gina, I go, "How is that not open? You're on a even if you're on a skateboard,
Yeah.
you're
not-
never closer than 6 feet
Yeah.
apart unless
Even-
you're fucking standing on top of each other. But it's
Even
skateboard
when you're-
kids, it'll be get the fuck away from
Even
me.
when you're there, it's not like you're just hanging. You're
No,
doing your own thing.
I think
That's
it's just
stupid.
the air, in an enclosed place. It's big as shit. The place is huge,
Yeah.
but still, the governor made their ruling. He's not. Chris has been doing this for a long time. He's
Fucking
not about
Tom.
to lose his
Tom
his
Wolf,
whole
man.
spot, because he
know,
disobeyed or whatever.
Let's talk about the real problem.
Yeah, he's like your favorite band, and the lead singer leaves, and then he fills in.
I don't
He's
give
like
a shit about any
Nickelback.
politician. They're all fucking crooked jerks.
They're
And they just kind
Yeah.
of whisper down the alley anyway. But he's not alone. How many other states shut down? So it's not just Tom
Yeah,
Wolf or whoever.
sure.
It's
But it's mostly Tom Wolf.
It's just yeah. But you know what? Yeah, you know.
fucking
Because we live in Pennsylvania, we don't live anywhere else.
That's who we've got to blame, and we're
Yeah.
gonna fucking scapegoat him. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
All
Whatever.
right,
I don't
no,
mind.
we can close on that. Fuck Tom.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
You know
fuck
what?
him right in his
You
asshole.
know what? Tom Wolf, stop it.
Yep. You know
Yeah,
what?
you just stop it.
You know what?
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
You stop it.
You stop it, Mister.
Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this long,
you made
shoot
it
me a
this long.
text and I'll give you a T-shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna.
that was
we're gonna
it.
edit.
I don't care. I like these long ones.
Yeah,
I
we're
haven't
gonna
done- I
edit
haven't done a
about
long one in so
400
long.
hours out of
Listen,
this.
Like I said, nobody listens but me and
Yeah.
Nate anyway.
No.
We just have fun. I just like
get-
listening to myself talk.
I get mixed shit.
Yeah. Oh, I
Sometimes
get
sometimes
such a
people love the
high
long
off of it,
format.
man.
If you're at a
Whatever,
job like
dude.
you,
Yeah.
where you
yeah.
can listen to
We
fucking
do it. Yeah, we
you
do it.
prefer the
all day.
long one.
Yeah.
we like
prefer the
kind
long
of just
one.
you can just kind of like play it in the background.
Yeah.
Something else besides music.
I think that's
Nice,
honestly
so.
why Joe's podcasts have gotten such a foothold. He gives you
Yeah.
a solid 2 hours.
Everyone's
pretty
like,
much
oh, the
predictably every
long
time.
format sucks. Meanwhile, he gets
Fuck
3 million
that.
views every
Yeah.
fucking time.
And they hang on every word, and then
yeah.
they make clips of it, and people
Yeah.
comment for days about
Yeah.
the same shit. It works. I love having something long to listen to.
I wish I would have sat like this more.
Dude, I feel like Tom Wolfe would probably go on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Fuck Tom Wolfe.
I wish we would have had a reason to break into the sultry, smooth voice. Whatever, dude. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen people in so long.
It's
This is
early,
great
too.
To get
This
out here,
is
so thank
DJ.
you.
No, it's not
Yeah.
early. It's 10.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. DJ is Sweet Beats.
2 hours and 30 minutes. All right,
Signing
goodbye.
off from Governor Tom Wolfe. He's a giant bag of sand.
Wow.